Like, are we live? I think we're live.
We're live.
Oh, awesome. Hello, welcome everyone to a new series here at TOPT. My name is Seb. Larry is also here. He's not on camera, but
Hey guys.
yeah, we're our call only streams. So we've been trying to get to calls as often as possible on the Monday streams, and honestly, guys, it's just been far too difficult to make it happen. So we've decided that we were gonna do a call specific stream. Obviously, we made this opened up to people who decided to support us on our Discord and join the Gunko and Shichibukai tier members, as well as our server boosters. So thank you for everybody who has joined and has been willing to support us in that way. We wanted to open up the more calls to you guys. It's been something you guys clamoring for all the time. So we're going to be going live more consistently to do these things, to try to hear from you guys. Because again, with four of us, whether we have guests or not, whether it's break week or not, it's just been far too hard for us to get to calls on the Monday streams. So we're doing a stream dedicated specifically to calls. So yes, we will get the super chats, but this stream is going to be focused more primarily on getting to you guys' calls. So if you want to participate, please, all you have to do is join the Gunko or Shichibukai tier membership on the Discord, and you'll be able to call in and speak to us. You can hit us with any one of your theories, any one of your hot takes, any one of your just anything you want to talk about. So you'll be able to talk to us, and we'll have a lot of fun. Larry's here. We'll be able to chat, and I'm looking forward to this one. How you feeling, Larry? First one of these.
I feel good, man. I'm just really thankful to you for wanting to do this for the people. I feel like sometimes I'm not able to do enough. So just to have you do this for the stream, man, is everything. So please, everybody, please give Sebi Schwan
Oh my god.
the biggest of W's. The biggest of W's in the live chat. He really deserves this. He put a lot of hard work in it so far. And I hope this goes great. I hope everybody gets their words off. If you weren't prepared for this stream to call, maybe you'll be prepared next stream, you know? You know me, I like when people write out their stuff because it really makes you seem like you're at your best. So this is a good test, and I want to see how this goes. So thank you all for being here. Thank you to Seb.
Yeah, man. And I want to say thank you to Larry. I know we're doing a lot of thanking each other back and forth here, but Larry was able to make up the template for me. He was able to give me a lot of last second advice, tips, and things to push this along to the end here. I do want to say 100%, knowing that Larry is here and knowing that he does it read the chapters until the officials are out. I know 1158 scans are out. This is a spoiler-free episode. Spoiler free. I don't care. And I know what happened. Don't care. Don't say nothing about 1158 until we put out the video for Larry's live stream in regards to top activities. All right. So 100% spoiler free. Mods, do your thing. Ban whoever you need to ban. I do not care. You have been warned. I'll probably warn people over and over again as we drag them into here. But beyond that, you guys can also, if you guys don't have the means to pay monthly for a subscription, you guys can donate to get people on. Say you don't want, you guys can donate. Any $5 super chat can be used towards getting somebody into the caller stream. So, little backstory, I actually lost a bet recently to Deadshot, a $20 bet. He told me instead of paying him that I should donate $20 to get 4 calls in. So I'll probably be doing that at some point. For those of you that do want to be the lucky winner of a call-in donation, please just join the call waiting room. You don't have to be a member for that, but you will be in a line of people that can be used to get the donations. So if you guys can't afford it, if you guys don't have the means, you can still join the Discord. You can still join to be somebody who is a potential caller. So you just got to wait for a donation that matches enough to reach you. But all right, we got a couple mini super chats sitting here. So I want to read those, Larry. I'm going to read them in the meantime. But after that, we're going to get right into calls, man. I know we had some people already sitting in the call-only entrance VC. So I'm looking forward to it. We did have our guy NYC Anime Nerd join as a Yonko on YouTube. That is our highest tier of membership. So please throw the W's up for NYC Anime Nerd. He's super dope. I see him in the call waiting room as well. So looking forward to hearing from Nerd. I know we can be able to connect at NYC Anime NYC this year. He's held it down for us in a lot of ways. So thank you so much to NYC Anime Nerd, man. We got another 3 Australian from Shandi Wandi. It says, just a quick use are the goats. Hashtag Buggy Gang. Thank you. Thank you, Shandi Wandi. I feel like it's been a while. I feel like I haven't heard Shandi Wandi's name in a while, man. So happy to see him.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. We did get another 5 from Joshua Talbot. It says, when my gifted membership ended, the join button disappeared. Do I need to log on my laptop to join on YouTube? Hashtag Seb the GOAT. Larry, do you have an answer for that specifically? I'm not too sure with that.
I think you have to turn it.
Larry? Did we lose Larry? Oh man, we lost Larry, bro. I see you're green, but I'm not hearing anything from you. Oh man, I can hear you now, bro. What's up?
Oh, sorry. I don't know what that was. I think you have to turn it on your YouTube, and I don't think you could do that on your phone. I'm not too sure. I've never been gifted a membership, so it's for anybody that's in chat. Maybe you could probably help him out, but I would have to do some research.
Stream for us. It should be a lot of fun, but please, please, please do like the stream. Larry, you sound like you're in the bathroom. I don't know if that's a joke or not. I don't think you sound fine to me. Does Larry sound bad, or are you just joking? Because it matters. For us, it matters what Larry sounds.
Yeah, I hope I don't sound like that.
Oh man.
I mean, I've been, I don't know. No, I definitely, if I sound good here, I should sound good on the.
Yeah, he sounds cool. Audio does sound weird. He's a bit muffled. Really does. Okay, Larry, there's something up with your audio. Maybe sounds muffled.
There's a little echo. There's echo because Seb's hearing me through his computer, so that's probably the little echo. But if I sound muffled, it's probably my sound compression. So I could probably turn it off so much on.
Quavo's saying it sounds fine. We'll
Let me see.
See. Larry taking a meme. Yeah, they too funny, man. We did get another 5 from Biggie. It says, not going to be able to make, but the first caller is on me. Hashtag GOAT. Hashtag Shanks is a Blackbeard victim. Hashtag best book club. Thank you, Biggie. All right, so somebody won access via Biggie on the stream. So thank you, Biggie.
How about now? Does it sound better?
Talk again?
I mean, does it sound better? Does it sound any crazy or?
You sound the same to me, to be honest. I don't know about to them. But you sounded fine to me earlier, so I don't.
All right, never mind.
W
better.
audio, that's better. Okay. It's not horrible, just not Seb's. I mean, I'm the host. This mic is on me. It's kind of coming in secondary mic for Larry, so. Sorry if it's not too clear. I'll try to find a way to make that work a little better in the future. Clearer for sure. Okay, yeah, we're getting betters in the chat. So your audio should be good, Larry.
Yeah, it was just Discord doing advanced mode isolation. Don't know why it's doing that, but we're good though. So
okay. All right. We got another 5 from Lucky Roo. It says, Larry trying to be all mysterious with the camera off like we don't already know his head big as hell. Yo, why they coming for you, bro? Why they coming for you, bro? All right, so far I'm counting 3 gifted callers. So I know Taku was gonna be one of them. So I don't know who else, but feel free to jump into the call waiting room. We have 2 gifted callers remaining. But all right, who do you want to hear from first, Larry? I see Blue Flames in here, Cash Cow, Diamond Life, NYC Anime Nerd, Quavo's in here, YounBull Trent's in here, and Nerdtaku. I do know NYC Anime Nerd has a cutoff at 7:50, so you want to get him in first?
I don't know. I'm down to hear whoever.
All right. Oh, Taku paid. Taku, thank you, man. Yeah, let's get Nerd in here just so he doesn't reach any kind of crazy cutoff because I know he had a other engagement that he needed to get to. So
Yeah, guys, just remember no spoilers for
yes,
the newest chapter,
absolutely no spoilers for the newest chapter. But Nerd, I see you in here, man. What's going on?
Let me turn off the YouTube. What's up, guys?
How's it going, man?
Chilling. I got more of a conspiracy than a theory today.
Okay.
How's your guys' weekend going? Any plans?
I have a loaded weekend actually. Me and Larry are gonna be going to my parents' 48th anniversary dinner this Sunday.
No, W.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
48 years together,
Yeah.
man. Crazy.
That's like, yeah, my grandparents, before they passed away last year, they did 79 years.
Whew, sheesh. 79 years
that shit's
married,
wild.
bro. Language, nerd.
Oh, sorry.
Can you imagine, Larry, 79 years with one woman? Wow.
No. I'd probably hang it up with them.
There had to be some cheating.
Come
right?
on, man. That's his grandparents,
Well,
bro. Don't do that.
I believe it. Like, literally, so my grandpa lived in Gunko too, but, like, we'd chill in the hot tub and he'd talk about, like, Russian us. See? I'm watching my language.
Okay.
I was going to use a different word.
Terrible.
But, yeah, so I'll get into it. I don't think that, well, I think that Blackbeard actually had a different villain. And I think it's going to be like the model Davy Jones. We first off we saw like Gunko and the Elbathian kids, like when they were having nightmares, like mention of Black Nika, and we know that Elbathians see Nika as a destroyer, right? So there could have been some type of like, will of the destroyer being like, okay, like I want someone that wants to like destroy these people, not just liberate them. Like two sides of the same coin. Because to me, like the Darkness Fruit looks like an effing Bizarro world version of Luffy's. It looks like really, really close to me. So like I did some like really crazy like lore about Davy Jones, and there's this thing that sailors had when they would be at sea, and it's called the triple knock curse of Davy Jones. But why this is important is because if you go and look at all the fights, so the triple knock curse is if you hear 3 knocks, you're going to Davy Jones' locker. You're dead, right? Okay. So why this is important is because the only person to get hit 3 times in any of Blackbeard's fights was Whitebeard. He got shot 3 times by him. So Boa got grabbed once. Law, it's like hit or miss if you want to call it once. Beppo didn't get hit once. Luffy got grabbed once, and then Jinbei jumped at him before he went back into him. Ace only got hit twice. So the only person to have killed, the only person to die literally from Blackbeard is Whitebeard. And so when he takes him to the tent or blanket, whatever you want to call it, I think that he uses, Davy Jones' locker that separates the body from the soul, right? So the soul's in the locker because we've never actually seen him use both devil fruits at the same time. We've seen him kind of like charge them both up, be in both hands, but he's never actually used both at the same time. So technically, has he broken the rule of not using of two devil fruits will harm you, kill you? So I just think it's kind of interesting that that played out that way. I know it's a lot of copium, but I think it's very interesting.
Okay. Seb, you got anything to say?
That's all I have.
No,
It's not even anything to say. It's just like a conspiracy that I have that like
I,
that it's actually like from the model Nika, and it's like part of the reason why like Zoo is like first to travel the world because I think the crew set them all up. Um, but that's it's just gonna get convoluted.
yeah, no, I
But
like
yeah,
it. I like it in the sense that it would be the explanation as to why he's able to get the third or second or third devil fruit, that he's using Davy Jones' locker to store them in a way, or store the hearts, or store whatever is needed so that he can have access to multiple fruits like that. I wasn't vibing with the number of hits being the reason too much. Maybe
I
that's
think
on me
that's
for not
totally
knowing too
true.
much. Yeah, not knowing too much of the Davy Jones lore in general. I have heard that before. The like three hits or three knocks, and you'll go to Davy Jones' locker. But I didn't like correlate that with number of attacks that have been landed. I was trying to think of like how many times he hit Ace. Like I would like when you said that, I started thinking of other things. So
Ace got only hit twice by him, and also that I find it weird that like he's got an attack called Liberation, which like plays into like Nika's
right.
side, but like an evil side. I don't know. It's just like yeah. Sometimes I get like stuck on these things, and
No,
yeah.
you're good. You're good. Charles.
But I like it. Like if it happened, like I hit the 3 from downtown, and you know, like I'm that dude on Reddit 7 years ago right now. But like, but yeah, it's not like needed anything. It's just like a conspiracy I have. I don't think that it's like, you know, like it's not impossible that like his fruit is like a mythical zone that's like got lost, like the actual name of it like got lost, or the WG tried to like prevent it from like being out there, you know. It's not, and like just the similarity of it from like Luffy's is just like, I know a lot of them look the same, but like it's just like, I know you guys mentioned like the Tot Musica thing the other day, and like on 2 levels, so it makes me like in the mosaic, like it said like, and then they split, and half prayed to the like half moon and half prayed to the full moon.
Right, for
And so like,
the world, yeah.
you know, like that could be like, you know, like when, you know, like he got it is where I was at with it.
Okay. Larry, what do you got?
But that Larry's
I
like
don't
it's
know.
shit.
I didn't know much about the 3 knocks. I think that's interesting. I don't think I would probably base off the fact that like how many times Blackbeard ends up getting hit by it or he hits somebody else. But I will say I think it's way better to add that to uh the darkness fruit itself, the yami yami. So I've always been a huge advocate that the reason why Blackbeard waited for 20 plus years on Whitebeard's ship and was willing to even give up his pirating, career was because if he didn't find the yami, then it's over. It's game for him. In order to have the Yami means in order to rule the world. As soon as he got the fruit, he immediately thought to himself he was the strongest person in the world. And then came Whitebeard's fruit later on. But I believe the only reason he even wanted the Yami was because the Yami itself was darkness, and darkness to him was also gravity. And through gravity, I believe you would be able to push down whatever may cause your body to implode because they were devil fruits, right? So if devil fruits happen to be these objects of people's beliefs and desires and collective dreams, then in order to use gravity to push it down so that it doesn't interfere with another devil fruit, then that's the reason why you would want to have another devil fruit is because of the Yami. So, in my opinion, what adds anime nerds' theory to my theory about the Yami is that maybe the Yami can be used as a secret move to say, hey, I'm going to use Davy Jones's locker as a secret move. And that's basically pushing the devil fruit all the way down into the depths of nothingness within yourself. That way, when you do eat another devil fruit, those devil fruits never run into each other. And I think
Yeah,
that's a really interesting way of adding Davy Jones into Blackbeard's arsenal.
yeah. Thank you. Can I just ask you like a very quick 2 second something that's
Yeah.
different than that
Yeah.
on so when Nico Robin went like into her devil form, I guess you want to call it. Black Maria says something like along the lines, "Oh, you're one of," before she gets like rocked, right? Do you think that has anything to do with like Dami Reversi or like her devil form is like now that we know about Dami Reversi is why like the real reason why like the WG like higher ups are really after her?
Uh, I wouldn't think so. I don't think Black Maria has that type of intel on the
That,
world.
that
When
was
she
my
be-
pushback.
Yeah, when she decided to become like a Toby Robo, I think she decided to limit herself on one, her ambitions, and two, she was willing to settle for whatever she knew already about the world. And to me, Black Maria just seems to be like a Zoan who's always in her Zoan form. So for her, she's probably like, oh, you're just probably like a mythical Zoan because of what you're representing through your devil fruit because it seems to give off Zoan-like qualities. And we know that having a devil fruit is, they start to believe that people could also be something else within that devil fruit. And I think that's what she was experiencing, in my opinion.
Interesting. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What do you
All
think,
right.
Seb?
Well,
Not so
oh,
my mind went a little bit, and we won't hold you for too long, nerd. My mind went a
no, no,
little
you're
bit in the
good.
fact that Emu stays in a flower room, and Robin's devil fruit is like a lot of flower based stuff, and then turns into a demon. My mind was racing with what the possibilities of those potential connections could be. But originally, when I heard you say it, I was like, nah, it's probably just for the information, because to me, that should be the focal point of Robin's character. If it was to be a secondary devil fruit transformation piece as to why they want her, I feel like it takes a little bit away of how rare she. We already are in a space where we've got multiple people who could read the poneglyphs now, and I already didn't like that. For them to now take that other element of her and make that as or more important to the scheme of things, kind of would diminish Robin's character a bit for me personally. So I just don't like it. But Oda's already retconned Luffy's devil fruit, so anything possible. So I
Yeah,
can't.
no, facts. I was just like, I see like I see so many connections, so many places, but like even like recently, like Oda does so many pump fakes that like at this point, like, can you really say anything? Like, I feel like I can't say anything until like it's actually like over because of like,
Hmm.
I,
So let me tickle your brain for
yeah,
instance, right? So if you go to chapter 385, page 4, you'll see how like Spandam is telling uh Kaku and our girl and Lucci and everybody, right, of the CP9, he's basically saying like these two devil fruits, even I don't know what kind of devil lives inside them. And then in the very next panel, he goes, it's not a fruit of this world. I sense a strange power, something like gravity. And they're not in the illustrated reference books. And then we hear Kaku go, oh, that's not so unusual. And then we hear you learn the name of the fruit when you gain its power, but it's a gamble as to what kind of power you'll gain. So it's back to that gravity instance, right? If devil fruits give off some type of gravity, the same way islands give off some type of magnetic force, then I wouldn't be too surprised if Blackbeard wanted the Yami because he could suppress the gravities of other devil fruits, which makes him able to eat other devil fruits, and then he just called that move the Davy Jones's locker.
Yeah, so like the only like obviously the spelling is different, but the only thing that I think about though, like every time I hear Yami Yami, Yomi Yomi is the passage through black waves to the collection of souls like in hell. And like I just think like obviously there's a spelling difference like an O instead of an A, but like, you know, and again like that's, like not something that you can really be like is it's factual, but it's just like coincidence for me and like once again something like I get stuck on, like
Yeah.
because it black waves and Davy Jones lockers at the, bottom of the sea. Like why does it have to be claimed? Because they said it, but we know that Oda has done pump fakes before.
Well,
So
put it
that's
this way
just
too, right? If even if so, it Blackbeard's fruit also connects. So when devil fruit users go into the water, they sink, right? That's also due to like the power that they have, but it's gravity within that
yeah,
fruit. So it's
facts.
like I think it's sort of like these weird coincidences, but sometimes dots don't they do connect, but they don't actually mean anything. But in this case, I think
Yeah,
for Blackbeard holding such importance on the Yami Yami that it generates that interest for me where I'm just like, yeah, this is the reason why this dude wanted this fruit so badly because it does connect to all these other things that happen to be sprinkled throughout the story, but we just bypass it because it's like within one panel.
thank you. Well, guys, and enjoy the weekend. Thanks for having this. I'll be back next weekend with a much more refined.
Yeah, man.
No
Awesome.
problem, bro. Thank you.
We appreciate you. Got me thinking.
And
Good talking to you,
yeah, thank
brother.
you guys for letting me go early. I have to hop on stream in like half an hour, so yeah. But I appreciate you guys letting me go early.
No problem, man. See you soon.
All right, bye bye.
All right. All right. Next up, where do you think we should go, Larry? I think we actually got a super chat, and I apologize, everybody, if you guys are having any audio issues. It seems as though if you leave and come back, the audio. Make sure you hit that like button either way. But sorry again if you guys are having audio issues. Everybody who said they left and came back seems that they're experiencing better on the comeback. So, all right. We did get another $10 super chat from Lucky Roo. It says, "Can I call in to trauma dump?" You can call in to ask anything. You can call in to say whatever you want, Lucky Roo. But that it counts as two, or at least one for yourself if you want. So $10 will count for two donations towards a caller. So one can be you, and one can be a friend or anybody that you choose. So I guess let us know. But yeah. All right. Next up, man. Where are you thinking? Like, oh, Nick said he needed to go next because he probably has something he's got to do. So we'll get Nick in here. Nick, what you want to do, man? What's up?
Yo,
What's up, man?
long time.
Shut up, bro. Shut up. I can't.
I'm coming in all right?
Yeah, we can hear you, man.
All right, what up? All right, so you guys know I'm not the biggest theory guy, whatever. But I want to kind of pick your guys' brains a little. I feel like it'll be interesting. So I wrote up 6 would you rather questions pertaining to this. We don't got to go through all 6. If you want to like sit there and debate them, you might only get through 3, but we'll see how you guys want to look at them. Right. So first off, would you rather Usopp is a gag character until the very end and never has his brave warrior of the sea moment, or he unlocks Conqueror's Hockey and is pushing top 4 strength in the crew?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I would say the first one. I definitely have to have him become a brave warrior of the sea instead of being a conqueror.
Yeah, I don't.
No, the first one is he never becomes a brave warrior.
Yeah.
Oh, the brave warrior one then.
Yeah, so he gets
man.
Conquerors.
No. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, he's either a conqueror and top 4 strength in the crew, or he's not a brave warrior ever.
Oh, this is hard.
This is tough. This is actually tough for real.
I think
I'll go top 4.
I'll
go top 4. Screw it.
I think for me it would be he doesn't become a brave warrior of the sea.
I think I agree. I don't really like Usopp to begin with, so
yeah,
if he doesn't become anything, it doesn't matter to me.
So even conceptually,
yeah,
Nick, even conceptually, we can't be like, oh, well, Usopp died, therefore he is such. Like nothing can happen. Nothing.
You can't skew it.
Okay.
I think if Usopp became top 4 in the crew, it'd probably ruin the Straw Hats in some way.
I don't know. Y'all already ready to replace Sanji all the time, so I don't know what the problem is. Y'all be so ready to get Sanji about that top 3. So what's wrong with Usopp being up in there?
Because Usopp's cowardice happens to be a huge struggle over what Sanji brings, which is inconsistent bravado, I would say.
Okay.
I don't know. I would rather have the inconsistent bravado over somebody that struggles with their cowardice every now and then.
But wouldn't
feels like they don't deserve it.
But wouldn't top 4 Usopp be that version of him that y'all want so bad?
Well, it's a bad.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, bro! He broke that
structure, bro. What's your next? Would you rather, Nick? Talk to me.
All right. Next one. Would you rather have the final villain still not introduced in the story? So every character we've seen up to date, none of them are the final villain.
Oh, God.
Or the final villain is Kobe trying to turn in Luffy as a Marine.
How final villain are we talking? Are we talking like Luffy's already the Pirate King and Kobe's just like there's a chapter where he tries to capture Luffy? Or like we have an arc dedicated to Kobe trying to capture Luffy and it's a serious moment?
Genuinely final antagonist, like full arc dedicated to it. Like he's the last stepping stone for Luffy to become Pirate King.
These are such garbage would you rathers, bro. Oh man.
That's the point.
So Nick, can I ask? So I'm a big believer that Emu is the final villain, in my opinion. But a lot of people, like Seb, believe that Blackbeard is actually the final villain.
Don't lie on me.
If I was to say,
don't say that.
I would rather have the final villain not revealed, does that count as me saying Blackbeard won't be revealed and Emu stays the final villain?
No, Emu counts in this scenario.
Yeah,
so
he's
final
saying
villain wouldn't be Emu.
Full Kaguya. Like a character we haven't seen at all.
At all.
Yeah.
Like, would be the full villain. I would have to go full villain.
Would Davy Jones count?
No. Why would Davy Jones?
We haven't seen that guy.
Like, no names, nothing.
Oh, God, okay.
Yeah, you're crazy. I'd probably say the final villain. Because you take away, like, we're following Luffy, so if he can't be the freest person on the sea because he's locked down as being a Marine, then One Piece doesn't exist. So I have to go with the final villain not being revealed.
Mm-hmm. Give me Kobe. At least he was there since the beginning, bro. Give me Kobe. As trash as it could be, you could get everything you need.
Kind of like the plot.
You could get everything you need from the story to that point, and then it'll just feel like a epilogue arc. But give me Kobe, bro.
Yeah, take Kobe.
Give me Kobe. It's just so
it's
terrible.
This one is pretty bad too. I made them all terrible because I wanted you guys to like really have to think.
There's no 2 really good ones, bro. What are we doing?
No. I was thinking about doing some good ones, but I feel like it's more entertaining to have to struggle.
So negative. Okay.
All right, next. Would you rather the One Piece story ends in basically a utopia, or the cycle continues and a new world government type of organization takes over?
Wait, say it again. One more time.
Would you rather the story end with the world in a utopia, or the cycle continues and a new organization controls the world?
I would rather a new organization so the story continues.
But like a new
The reason I say
evil,
that, huh?
like a new evil version, like a new world government, but just
Yes.
also evil.
Yeah, it's evil.
Yeah.
It's not like Kobe running it or anything.
Well, here's the thing, right? It's like the story of One Piece is of the sun and the moon. So there's a cyclical nature that happens to happen. And I think that once somebody becomes too powerful, the world then goes into a state of, I need to take these people down. That's just human nature. Like, it's never
Yeah.
been not the issue, right? The only time we've ever heard of utopia in the society of humanity has been through the Bible, where the Garden of Eden existed, right? Between Adam and Eve. So that was the only true time of peace. And even then, there was disruption from the devil, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
if I'm going to think a utopia will happen, then that's just unrealistic. And One Piece happens to delve into so many political and really philosophical topics. I just can't see it ever being peaceful. I think there will be times of peace. There will be a time of peace, but then even after Luffy, decomposes and there's a new Joy Boy, that Joy Boy is probably going to fail. And then we're going to see another uprising of somebody evil. It's the same way like Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? There's always a time of peace when the Avatar comes through, but once they're gone, then war starts all over again amongst the elements. So I would say the second one.
Yeah, I think I'd agree.
Yeah.
Utopian type of endings are like too happy to me. Like, even though you like seeing your characters happy, whatever, it's too much.
Yeah, a utopia doesn't work. I think it's funny because Oda's already spoken on the thought process of utopias in One Piece pretty early with Alabasta and then later on. But I think even he knows, like, no matter what, it's like there's going to be evil people. There's going to be people that do wild stuff to take advantage of other people. It's in human nature. Even a beacon for good, Vegapunk had some level of greed in him that made him want to be a celestial dragon, made him want to be one of the gods of the world. So I don't think Oda would ever go that route. So I'd have to pick the non-utopia one. But even if we get a utopia, I think it'll get spoiled or ruined within a short period of time. So we might be heading down a path of both of these things taking place regardless. So
yeah, that's an interesting thought.
I like these questions.
Yeah. You said you had 6?
This one, yeah, we got 6. That was 3.
Okay.
So this one's like a Straw Hat related one. Would you rather the all blue genuinely does not exist? Like, it's not like it's just hard to find. Like, it just genuinely is completely made up. Or Nami just can't make her map. Like, it's an impossible task and she just gives up.
Nami not make her mad, bro. Give a fuck, bro.
Don't be cursing, man. Oh, man.
She better go back in that room.
Go back in that room. It's crazy, bro. What's wrong with you? Yo, Larry got problems, man. You got real problems, bro.
I need the all blue, bro. All right, Sanji cooking gonna be crazy once the all blue come through, and then you gotta have Jinbei fully relishing in his own species, bro. It's gonna be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I know
I wonder if
Seth
he
won't
looks
like
them
Jinbei
different
yet.
when they eat fish.
He got to, bro. He got to feel away. He got to. He can communicate with them. He has to feel away. I'm gonna go with the all blue doesn't exist because I know we've all theorized like what the all blue actually is, etc. But I feel like Sanji can take not getting there, if that makes sense. Like, if it just doesn't exist, the treasure, it just never existed. He'll still be happy or fulfilled with trying to get it. You get what I'm saying? In a way that I don't think Nami will be fulfilled in never being able to draw the map. Because the map, it's something you can do. Like, it's something you can do. Like, you theoretically can do it. With Sanji, it's like, in general, it was always a possibility it didn't exist. So I think he'll still be content that he found the family that he found. He was able to sail. He was able to do all these things, like, and still ended up not finding the All Blue. So I'll go with Sanji doesn't find the All Blue, which is sad because that was really one of the focal points of why I started really vibing with the story in general. So
Yeah, I think I would go no map.
okay,
I feel like I just have a stronger connection to Sanji. I'd rather him be happy.
That's sexist, bro.
What?
That's who.
Yeah, that's sexist, bro. That's not sexist, bro. Larry, you supposed to be making polls, bro. You gotta ask the
my
people
bad.
these questions, man. You're
All right,
killing
bro.
me. I'm kidding. You good,
Thank
bro.
you for reminding me.
You good, bro.
Next one. I'll do the next question.
All right, my next two might be like the worst two, honestly. But next, would you rather? You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather Law uses the immortality operation on Luffy, or he strikes a deal with Blackbeard to spare his crew, and in return, Law will use it on Blackbeard?
Oh, I'm
Say what?
definitely choosing the operation on Blackbeard, bro. 100%.
Bro,
It's not
that
even
was a tough one.
not even a conversation. I would hate for my main character to be immortal. A villain being
Yeah.
immortal, sure. I don't want immortal Luffy. That's trash.
Yeah, that's true. That one did feel a little tougher when I was making it.
Wow, bro. I mean, I love Blackbeard, so it's easier for me. But because immortal just means you can't die. You can still get sunk to the bottom of the ocean. You can still get your ass kicked. You can still lose fights. You can still do all types of stuff and just be alive through it all. Like if you're immortal but you're handcuffed to Sea Stone Prison as a Devil Fruit user, like you still lost and now you're just alive until you ain't, like, or at least until everybody else is dead, and you convince somebody to let you free. But like, I don't know,
I feel
man.
that.
Yeah, I would much rather Luffy not be immortal. That's trash. I would hate to see an immortal main character in any story, even if they basically are immortal based off of how stories work. But like, what's the real
Like
tension?
Saitama.
What's the real stakes if Luffy absolutely can't die?
Yeah, it's true. I was trying to think of the operation, and I really I was struggling. That was the best I could come up with.
Nah, you good.
Larry, you got a take on that?
I think it would definitely have to be Blackbeard who receives it. I can't see somebody else getting it like Luffy, because then he already has all this plot on him already. Instead of Blackbeard, but you always need your villain to struggle more. I mean, your protagonist to struggle more than your villain.
Yeah, definitely true.
If you were to ever have Law use the immortality surgery on Luffy, I would hope it's to bring him back to life, but not grant him immortality. Like maybe it's a situation where Law dies and grants Luffy life again. I don't even know how I'd like it, but that would be something that I could take. Luffy being immortal, he already got a sun god Toon Force fruit. We're gonna make him immortal now. Like I'm gonna be salty about that one, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
That's a bad one. People be having that theory too, and they're like dead serious.
Yeah, man. All right.
All right, we got one more. I think this is the worst, honestly.
Okay.
So I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. So would you rather, like story goes, whatever, and Luffy goes back in time and he becomes the original Joy Boy? So like all like 800 years ago, the original Joy Boy is just Luffy, like time traveling.
Whatever the other option is, bro.
Or the One Piece, the treasure, is a gag with no real implications on the plot whatsoever.
That one.
That one, yeah.
That one. And that's the worst one, bro. That's tough. Oh man. No plot implications?
Nothing.
I hope Oda don't think of none of this crap, bro. I swear to God. Woo! Man. You know how I feel about time travel, bro. I hate time travel as a plot device. For Luffy to just be Joy Boy, I've seen that theory out there before, and I've spat on it, like physically, like spat on the ground, like no. So, man, give me the gag treasure, bro. Roger was laughing. It's at least funny, right? We trolled the whole world for 30 years. I guess, bro. I don't know. How would you even feel, Larry?
Honestly, I'd be like, yeah, that's Oda. Like,
Nah, bro. I'm not giving him that grace. I'm not giving him that, bro. I'm not giving him that. Hell no. That ain't no, it's Oda. It's up. I'm gonna be tight.
Flying straight to Japan.
Bro, I have considered this a modern day epic on the level of the Iliad and the Odyssey, bro.
Yo, I read the Odyssey. It's really not that good.
Listen, we'll agree to disagree. But either way, I can't be out here going out like this, bro. I can't, bro. It can't happen. Oda gotta come through. And time travel ain't it either, but damn, I might have to go with time travel for real. As much as I would hate it. I feel like you can recover from that better, as bad as it is, than you can from the other treasure didn't mean anything the whole time anyway. LOL.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have as much faith in Oda as like some of these other people do, like saying Goda after every chapter.
Why you coming at Chris, bro? You don't gotta come at Chris.
But I feel like Oda, I don't want to say he could make it work, but he could probably almost make it like digestible.
Which one?
The first one.
Okay.
Like he could almost like somehow force us to think it's good.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know if it would be good, but I think he would make it better than it sounds.
Okay. Maybe. Oh man, these Would You Rather were tough, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
next time I show up, I'll have some nicer ones, like some agenda-filled ones.
Those are good. The One Piece is a collection of Shakky's nudes. What's good with y'all, man?
That's not useless.
That's useless, bro. That's nothing.
That's not useless.
It's useless, bro. Oh man, Nick, you heading out, or you just wanted to jump in?
Yeah, I gotta head out.
Okay. All right, man. We appreciate you, bro.
all right, thanks, Nick.
Yeah, have fun, guys.
All right, see ya.
All right. All right. We got 2 people in the call waiting, and I do believe we had enough super chats to get them in here. So let me pop them in general.
Okay.
Yeah. We won't go to them right away, but we did get another Warlord joined the ship in Joshua Talbot. So enjoy all the emojis that come with being a Warlord on YouTube. All right. Who you want to talk to next, Larry? I guess it doesn't matter. I should probably put a randomizer in here for this, right?
Yeah, you really should.
But if we get additional people, like I don't have a way of determining that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
They gotta wait.
All right. I forgot how I do this in the first place. Giveaway.
Guys, I know that I'm not on camera. I'm so sorry that you all want to view my beautiful big head, but unfortunately, the way we have our template set up is not built for that. So we'll keep that in mind next time. Okay?
All right, guys. Those of you that are in the call only stream, I'm gonna put a 30 or 1 minute randomizer in here. So join that to be able to be a winner. I'll just make it 8 winners. I'll make it 10 winners. I feel like there's 10 people in here. Caller. So yeah. Join that if you guys haven't. If you guys can, please just join that so that we can determine who will be next. Because I'm not going to be able to keep track of who goes when. So, my bad. Yeah. But yeah, man. I hope you guys are having a nice Friday. I hope you guys have some dope plans for the weekend. I know me and Larry got some stuff going on. I got a couple more streams I got to do. I got a draft. There's a lot going on for me this weekend, Larry. What you got going on besides mom and dad's dinner?
These hoes.
All right, bro. You can just say you don't want to say, bro. It's okay.
No, it's really editing. I just finished editing me, you, Cokes, and Rob's discussion on Sabo.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be posted most likely tomorrow, and then I'm editing. I think I'm editing some more stuff from the latest episode, and then once PMC uploads, well, we actually have the DDTs I have to edit, so I'm probably just gonna be doing that all weekend, to be honest.
Okay. All right. If you need help with something, let me know. I don't know what I can help you with, but. All right. It looks like we did have winners. It looks like Mario is our first winner. So Mario, come on down. Mario, you there? Mario going once. You're muted if you're talking.
He unmuted.
Mario? I'm not seeing green from you. Ooh.
There he goes.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Yeah, can you hear me? Oh, yeah, that's good. What's good?
What's going on?
Yo, that's good. Not just chilling, just chilling.
What's your question? Or
Hold on, wait.
theory? What's up?
I have a theory
Okay.
because I heard from yesterday pod that you guys were discussing about the Whitebeard, the scar from Whitebeard. Actually, I have a theory, but I think I'm gonna save it for next time.
Okay.
Because it's kind of long. So
I mean, that's why we have these calls, man.
Again, what?
If it's a long theory, this is the time. We're more likely to get to it now than we are on a regular Monday call. So, but
all right. I guess I'm gonna do that. Well, I have a theory that the One Piece is something they needed to find to defeat Emu, or like something they are required to go up against Emu. Something that is needed. Like you need the One Piece before you can fight Emu.
What do you think it actually is, though? I guess is the question.
Well, it could be an ancient weapon or some information about Emu, like critical information. That's what I think it is. Something.
Information about Emu that's required to defeat them. Okay.
Yeah, like an information, or it's like an ancient weapon. That's what I think it is for now.
What do you think, Larry? I don't have a strong opinion on that one, to be honest. I've never thought about it that way.
I'm not gonna completely rule it out, but I don't think that would probably suffice for why Roger laughed. I think there are only 3 ancient weapons. If there's a 4th one, it might be too much. I don't think that there's anything very trivial to defeating Emu. I think we've seen what it takes to defeat Emu. I think we've seen what it takes to defeat the Holy Knights. And the rarity of having Conqueror's Haki and being able to utilize it and affect these people is kind of the answer. But if there's another ancient weapon, it kind of just... What would it be? Right? Like, would it just affect people themselves in a way like the Mind Stone from like Marvel does? And I kind of don't see how like that fits into the story, to be honest. If there's anything to be said, I do believe that there is some information at least to say what's going to happen in the future because it's somehow predicted to be so. And I think that's what's going to be very interesting for us to learn, because if Luffy's like, hey, I want to be the freest on the sea, but unfortunately I need a certain people that have not shown up in the series yet and I need to search for them, then I could see like the One Piece being very vital to us in the story to say, hey, okay, now we need to search for these specific type of people. But I don't think it's gonna hold some ancient weapon. I don't think that.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
But going to
rule it
my
out.
theory, because
I feel like I would
Yeah.
need to know how it's defeating Emu for me to really navigate it, if that makes sense. Yeah, like how is it important to defeating Emu? I think you gotta elaborate on that part of it, because I could see it. I did have the same pushback Larry had as far as like Roger was laughing when he heard it, etc. But like, or read it or saw it or whatever it is. But I don't know, like how does that thing then in turn defeat Emu itself? Because I do like the thought process behind, advanced conquers hockey and you bringing your willpower to a degree that you can even topple the world. I think we're getting there, right? That's the point. Like we see it with Rocks, we see it with Roger. Like the quote Kaido said about, Roger made the world bend its knee via hockey.
Yeah.
I feel like we're getting to that point for us to get to the One Piece itself, and it's like, well, this thing, this whatever it is what's really gonna help you. Like unless it teaches you how to make hockey knots, you know what I'm saying? Like Joy Boy was doing. Like even then, like would we like that? Like I don't know. I don't know that we would like that. So
Right.
yeah.
Okay, so like just like you said, there's gotta be something, right? But for now, I don't know how it would work. But I'm just thinking like it's like some kind of information that Jobo has left, or like something, because like we know like the One Piece is Jobo's treasure, right? And Jobo was like got defeated by Emu like 800 years ago. Probably that's why he put like the treasure there for someone to find it. Because back then, we know that even back then the world government exists, right? Emu exists. But when Roger went to find out the One Piece, or like when Roger tried to find the treasure, Laugh Tale, or whatever you want to call it back then, Emu never did anything about it. Like they didn't send any Marines. Like they probably sent some, but we never saw. But it was not like a full-on assault on like stopping him to find it. Because Emu knows that even if Roger finds the One Piece, it's not gonna work. If it's something that is required to like beat him, or like something to take down the government, it's not gonna work. Just like Roger said, he wished that he was in the same time as Joy Boy, probably because like the One Piece is something related to Joy Boy, and only Joy Boy or like someone who's like close to Joy Boy can use it, or like can utilize it in a way like it was meant to be. That's why Emu doesn't send anyone. The only thing we see like the Gas Knight and the Roger Pirates fight is during the God Valley, which like he went there because like there's like treasure there or something. I'm not really familiar. I'm not quite because like right now we see like Luffy. The moment he awakened Nika, they sent 5 Roses out. Like they sent 5. They sent all. Like they sent the Gorosei, they sent the God's Knight out to like capture Luffy and something. So I think that because of the Nika factor now in check, Emu needs to stop the Straw Hat to find the One Piece, because maybe it was something that he was afraid of, or like something like I said, something to use to take down the world government. Because like right now, Joy Boy is in that fact that he needs to be like, hell no, I can't let this happen. Because like back then, Joy Boy did not exist, and we know that someone is required to read the poneglyphs for them to went to laughter, right? And I don't think Emu knows like, there's no one that's left to read. But Odin is a surprise, because like Odin, like the poneglyphs was like made by the Kozuki family, right? So like that's why he's able to read them and everything. And again, back then Joy Boy was not a thing yet, so Emu was not worried about anything. And right now, like Emu knows that Joy Boy came back, right? When Joy Boy awakens, like, yo, Joy Boy, he's back, something like that. That's why right now I think Emu will try his best to stop Luffy to getting the One Piece, or maybe even kill him before he gains more power. Because like we've seen, like I don't think we see like, oh, that's how much Luffy can do. I think that Luffy can do much more than how he is now. So like I think Imu's trying to take him down in his weakest state, because like he's just awakening, he's not quite familiar with his power and some shit. And because I I stopped at Egghead part, but I read a bit of spoilers and know like Emu finally makes his move, and like I think that just supported my theory a bit more, because like Emu himself personally stepped on Elbap. I don't know if it's to deal with Luffy or anything, but Emu finally makes a move after so many years. After Roger found the One Piece, he didn't do anything. Like right now, Luffy, the Sanganika is in the question. He's like, nah, I gotta do it myself. So that's how I think.
Okay.
That's how my theory.
Mario, you wildin' being in here and not caught up. I say that.
Yeah,
But I
because
appreciate
like
it.
I feel like it's like, should I go on? Because like I don't know, man. Like Airhead, like kind of, I don't know. It's beautiful. I'll catch up. I'll catch up. Don't worry about it. I'll catch up.
See, now I'm
I'll
scared to
catch
say
up soon.
anything, man.
Yeah.
I'm scared to say I don't want to spoil you, bro. You wildin'. Well, we appreciate it, man. We appreciate you stopping in. I saw you had become a member in the Discord. I think Yonko tier. So thank you so much, man. I hope you enjoy this.
Nah, I was just a server booster.
Oh, server booster. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I saw you boosted us twice to get us to the level 20.
Yes.
So thank you so much, man. I remember that's what it was
Yep.
earlier today.
Yeah.
So thank you, man.
Yeah, no problem. It's fun being here. It's fun being here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
I think the one thing I want to say before he goes,
Yeah.
it's very interesting to talk about like what the One Piece might be, because we've had so many fortune tellers within One Piece by Charlie, by Basil Hawkins, by the children of Elbaf who carved the mural into the fossilized tree bark, and now it's considered like a cultural relic due to its like historical value on Elbaf. And it also put them in a period of the Void Century, you know? So it's like when we talk about like the past, the present, and the future, and we look at this mural, it's very interesting to say like what truly is the One Piece, because the One Piece could not be what Joy Boy created. It actually could be from the first world, right? There's three worlds: the first, the second, and the third. And the third world is where we're living at currently. So if like the first world decided to pass on this valuable information to the second world, which is where Joy Boy existed, then it's very possible that whatever the One Piece is might not even be the inception of what Joy Boy decided to put into that story. It might just be Joy Boy telling the story of what he learned while he was living in the ancient kingdom. So he might just be passing on the story the same way Roger created the Great Pirate Era and passed on the story in a different way, right? Like when the Great Pirate Era happened, a lot of people took that to their own reasoning. Hey, why do I want to become a pirate? Is it to chase the One Piece? Because if not, then the One Piece is just a goal. But ultimately, what kind of pirate do I want to be? And I think Oda kind of gives us that like freedom to think what the One Piece might be. So it's because I don't necessarily think like the ancient weapons were built like Shirahoshi is. I think Shirahoshi happens to be an exception because she's a person. But I do believe that most likely when the first world spoke, they spoke about this is this forbidden sun, like mankind succumbed to like the greed and touched it. I wouldn't be surprised if Pluton was touched by the ancient giants who are frozen on Punk Hazard, and they used the Forbidden Sun, which is what Vegapunk was using, right, to power other things. And then it's also used for Uranus. So could it be another ancient weapon? For sure. But I think the main ancient weapon is probably the Forbidden Sun.
That's fair. Right.
It's the inception of creation, right? When they talk about Mephistus during like the Greek mythology, they're like, yo, Mephistus
Yeah.
created humans from fire. So I wouldn't be surprised if like this fire creates more ancient weapons. We just had three. And it might be a fourth one, but I think ultimately it's like watch out because even when we look at the mural, when you look at apparently this devil-like creature with the wing, it looks like it's supposed to represent Emu, right? This is who Joy Boy is supposed to fight, but in their hand is the sun. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, this is the real ancient weapon. This is what creates other ancient weapons.
Okay.
Prometheus, my bad.
Prometheus, yeah.
Not Mephistus, Prometheus. My bad.
That's interesting. I'm gonna need to think into that. I'm gonna need to look into that.
See,
Thanks for
I
your
wasn't,
feedback.
yeah, I wasn't gonna get into all that just because Larry, he said he's like in Egghead, bro. Like he don't know nothing about no murals, man.
Oh my
I'm
bad.
gonna catch up, bro. Don't worry, bro. I already got spoiled it. Don't worry, man. Yeah, you made me want to read now. I mean, cause like I've seen like from what I've seen, seems like Elbaf is like there's a lot of lore drops there, so I'm gonna need to get my head into that and see what else I can pull up on. You know.
Yeah.
I love things like lore drop. Thank you. It was fun. It's really fun, and thank you for doing this, cause like it's hard getting through calls and more things, cause like the time difference is crazy here. It might be sunshine for you, but right now it's like nighttime, bro. Like midnight.
Where are you
6
at?
or something. I'm from Malaysia, so like across the globe, bro.
Ah, okay.
Yes, sir.
Shoot, man. Well, we appreciate you staying up and talking to us, bro.
Yeah, it was fun. Frankly, gonna join sometime. I think I speak my. Oh, hold on. There's something I want to add. There's something I want to add. Is it okay?
Yeah.
All right. Now, I think another theory is that Shanks knew where the One Piece was. It was a short one. Because, like, we know Roger told Shanks something back then that we didn't know about. Like, it was Mother, or, like, the Oda didn't specifically tell us what. And I think what Roger told Shanks is maybe something about the journey, or, like, a tip of where the One Piece was, or, like, something close to what they read on Laugh Tale. Or, like, he's just telling, alright, I'm not the one, you gotta be the one, bro. And he gave him the straw hat. Like, cause like, we know the One Piece is something related to Joy Boy and some shit, so it's gotta be protected, right? Cause like, after all these years, why did Shanks suddenly say, let's go get the One Piece? Like, it wouldn't make sense if he suddenly said this, right? So, I think Roger might told him something that let him have this thought process of, I need to protect the One Piece, or like find it before anyone else. So like he's been secretly doing this, he probably, because Roger found it first, right? So he might have something that it's like a shortcut, or like maybe he told him a shortcut, or like he put him footprints for Shanks to find it in a way where no one would see. Because like, even if you found it, it wouldn't work because Joy Boy is not there, and Joy Boy is probably something you needed for the One Piece to be activated, or like to use it to when it's how it's supposed to be used. So I don't know how you guys think of that, but that's just how I thought of
it. Me personally, I wouldn't like it if Shanks knows where the One Piece is, mostly because I think it takes a bit away from the mystique and the value of the treasure. If like Shanks knew this whole time and could have gone back, like I think that kind of removes some of the veneer of the greatness of the treasure. And I don't think Roger would task or put that in the hands of Shanks. Like obviously it seems to be extremely important. I don't think he would do that. He also seemingly expected Ace to be the one to find the treasure. Now, it could be that he tasked Shanks with finding his son in the distant future, and and getting him there, but I don't know. I don't know that Roger would do that. The Roger that I've seen on panel would do that, or would have Shanks be duty bound to do it in that way, personally. But I don't know. That's just kind of my view of Roger. Larry, what do you think?
Okay.
He said he was gonna go after the One Piece. That could mean he knows where it is or he doesn't. He's talked to Rayleigh. He's talked to Gabon plenty of times. I don't know. I don't know much about Shanks. I don't know what it is, but we know that he's waiting for something. That's for sure. And that something seems to be Luffy.
Yeah. The other piece of it is that Shanks is seemingly going after the road poneglyphs. If he knew where it was, would he need them? Like, I don't know that he would need them. You know? But
okay. Maybe I'm gonna add something. Maybe it's something that he need to read the poneglyphs or something, because like we know like no one could read the low poneglyphs other than Odin and Robin so far. So it might be something related to that. I don't know. I'm not really sure, but it's just like that.
Okay.
Because like, even if you had the low poneglyphs, no one will be able to read them, as far as we know, on Shen's ship.
Okay. No, it's interesting to think about. Well, Mario, I know it's late for you, man. Get you some rest, brother. And thank you for calling.
All right. Thanks for having me, man.
No, of course.
So do I just leave or like?
Oh, I'm gonna drag you down, man. I'm gonna drag you down.
Okay.
All right. Next up is going to be, I believe it's Nerdtaku, our guy, man. Taku in here.
Taku.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man. You jumping on cam for this one, bro? Talk to me.
Yeah, why not?
Hey,
There he is.
the boy.
What's up?
Somehow it's not.
How you guys doing?
Why
What's
did
up,
it change?
Taki?
Why did it change? I don't know why it changed. Whatever. Taku, man. It's good seeing you, bro.
Good seeing you guys. Even though I can't see Larry, but that's all right.
So sorry.
Lay off Larry, yo.
Just know I have a lot of love for you, Taku.
Yo, I got so much love for you guys. I was so sad that I couldn't make it to Anime NYC this year.
What a jerk.
Wow.
I know. Listen, when I went to Anime Expo, I had to push my wife around in a wheelchair, and that was way before. And now she's super pregnant. It's hard to walk around a lot. So.
When is she due again? I forgot.
It's October 30th, but they might induce her early, so it might be like middle of October. So I got like a little bit over a month.
Okay. I might be in DR for that, but Uncle Sebastian is ready to cancel a trip if you need me to, bro.
Bro, I'm trying to get my Latina pregnant. You know what I'm saying?
Do it.
God.
Just, you know what? Just let it happen.
Congrats.
From what you said, you wouldn't be there anyway. Just leave your kids.
You gotta continue the cycle for sure.
Just be like, yo, I gotta go get something real quick, and then just never come back.
There's too many women out there, bro. Why hold yourself back?
That's true. There's a lot of fish in the sea, but there are ones worth sticking around for. Trust me. Me and my wife, we just got to Egghead, and she just saw Cobra get poked by Emu, and she was like, "What is happening right now?"
Okay.
Wow.
So she's very interested.
How nice that should be.
Taku, can you see the stream where you're at? Can you see it? I put the current topic changed recently. Oh, okay. Just making sure.
You're such an idiot.
But what's your question? You said you had a spicy theory for us, man. What's going
on? When I was doing some streams with Broker and NYC, we got to talking, and this was back when chapter 1148.
Yo, Taku, you're coming in
And
really
we
choppy for me. Hold on.
like I was
Ooh,
say
Taku,
that one more time.
you're coming in crazy choppy.
Taki, hold on.
Oh yeah, you guys are chopping still. Hold on. Let me see if I can.
Might be a Discord thing. Look at Sophia in the chat. You go, girl.
Yeah, she holding it down. I think she the only.
Miss Sophia.
I think she the only mod in chat, man. Mods be lacking, bro.
Miss Sticky. See you in the chat, Miss Sticky.
Okay, bro.
Can you know?
Might be a Seb issue, bro.
You think? I feel like my internet.
I know, because you guys might be coming
No,
in
it
a little
sounds
choppy.
good now. Sounds
Okay,
good now.
Can you hear me? Okay. So
Yeah,
I
you're
was
good
on NYC Anime's channel. We were talking about all sorts of things. I went on a crazy theory tangent when we were talking. It was around 11:48. It was basically right before we found out that Gunko had some relation, or as far as we know, maybe was in the same kingdom as Gunko. And so I went and took it into this crazy place, and I want to take you guys there to see if you guys vibe with it. It's almost like a what if, but I can kind of make it, curtail it to make it make sense to what the current story is. But I just wanted to tell you my perspective from that time. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right. So imagine we are back at chapter 1148 when we were still unsure of who Gunko was and theories were running wild. That instead of Brooke triggering her memories, the idea of family triggered them. Perhaps one of the giants coming to save the kids had talked about rescuing their brother, and it triggered Gunko, and then Emu took over. Then, while the monster trio and everyone was down in the underworld, someone approached them while the Conqueror's hockey was going off, and it was Beppo holding Trafalgar Law. With Law being injured and the Straw Hats heading up to the Sun Realm, Law and Beppo stay back to get fixed up by Chopper. After the Holy Knights are being pushed back by Luffy and crew, but Emu is still struggling against Luffy, the others from the underworld are strong enough to come back up to the Sun Realm. A possessed Gunko sees Law, and Emu's control over her starts to break. In that moment, Luffy punches Gunko in the face, and the bandages on it rip off. Law looks up at Gunko and sees a familiar face of none other than Trafalgar D. Water Lamy. Shocked, and her mind fracturing, remembering the previous life she had, Gunko begins to lose herself while memories begin flooding in her mind. The Holy Knights have no other course of action but to flee using the Abyss Circle. We later find out that every few decades, Emu needs to find a replacement host in which they can channel themselves when they need to leave Pangea Castle. It is hard to find someone fully compatible with Emu, so they are always looking for them. Once they find a compatible vessel, they are able to transfer the memories of the previous vessels to the new one to override the personality of the new vessel. In this case, Lamy was found barely alive in the White Lead Town. The Holy Knights were sent to wipe out anyone left alive since it was a government matter. They found Lamy, and she resonated with their abyss marks. She was taken back to Pangea Castle, and Emu transferred the memories and gave Lamy an abyss mark in order to stop her from dying from the white lead poison. The immortality that Emu grants stopped the lead from killing Lamy, and she was rebranded Gunko, thus becoming Emu's latest vessel. Law, now knowing Lammy is alive, would give him the motivation to pursue his own growth and be ready for the final war. He would be willing to do whatever it takes to get his little sister back. Law would even sell out the Straw Hats, but Law is not an idiot. He would leak information to the world government and be the key in setting up the final war. During the war, the government with Law's info will think that they have the upper hand, but he will double-cross them. But on the outside, Law will look like the Judas of Luffy's story. We were foreshadowed this all the way back in Punk Hazard when Robin asked him if he would betray Luffy, and he just said, no. And Luffy believed him. Then, foreshadowed again when Vegapunk said that there will be a betrayer amongst the D-Clan. It is because he hides his secret name of Water, which was the original betrayers of Joy Boy. That's why they didn't hide the D, but instead they hid the Water, for shame of betraying the warrior of liberation. But Law is destined to break that. Once the war begins, Law will battle his sister to free her soul, and he will eventually turn her back to the right side. But once Emu takes back their power, Lammy's white lead disease will begin to kill her immediately. On the battlefield, and Law will look at her and say, I once had a man who was willing to give anything to cure me from the white lead disease, and nothing worked no matter how hard we tried, except for this fruit I got from him. He proved he loved me no matter what, and he traded his life for this fruit so that I might live on and have a new life. Now it's my turn to do that for someone I love, and use the perennial youth surgery on Lammy and heal her from the white lead disease at the cost of his own life. What do you guys think?
I have a slight pushback. I think
Okay.
the slight pushback is that because of chapter, I believe, 1155, we see Gunko in the Chamber of Flowers with Rocks and Emu. And that was about 44 to 48 years ago. And Law, his sister, during the white lead disease, she was a little kid, and it was 26 years ago. So there's a huge time gap. So I don't know how, like, Gonko would be a grown woman in the Chamber of Flowers. Meanwhile, she's a little kid on Fleabance. Probably, like...
Yeah, I believe
Yeah,
I have
Taku
something for
prefaced
that.
it with. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say that was the one girl that was actually in the kingdom that Brooke is from. But since the vessels are used to exude much more hockey than they should because their bodies aren't ready for that when Emu possesses them, they die so much faster. But the memories transfer from one person to the next. So that way, Gunko would basically have all of the previous vessels' memories. So she would remember Brooke, and that would have actually been Brooke's princess that was in the flower thing because he's like 80 years old. So when he set out to be a pirate, I believe he was 30-something. And then he was trapped in the Florian Triangle for 50. That makes him 80. So it would have been his princess at the time, but now the new vessel that is currently on Elbaf is Lamey.
So there's always a Gonko, you're saying?
Yeah, he's
There's
saying that
always
it's
a
like
Gunko.
it's just a
It's
replacement
almost like
for
a
him.
Sith.
Yeah.
Mm,
I kind of like it. I kind of rock with it, man. I mean, it gives a lot. I'm trying to remember what Lamey even looked like because I wasn't a huge Law fan in general.
the girl with she had brown hair. She had like
Yeah.
two little pigtails at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it also could be why this one has all the bandages all over her is to hide the spots from the white lead disease. And that's why she hides her face as well. And the reason why every Gunko has two different colored eyes is because one of them is the original, and it shows that there's more people, more wills basically, and memories inside of her is the other eye.
I can see how the theory is built, and I'm not knocking it. It's just there's a lot of like There's a lot of like, it's just very slim connections. Because even so, like when we seen her in the Chamber of Flowers, the Gunko there had like a veil, and then she had like the little mask like Uta, and she's not really covered with bandages as much. She's more like in a like in a nun outfit. But I get it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm too on board with it, but it's more or less like, do you like the idea of a vessel being the same person with the same name through many generations? And it kind of works that way sometimes in like different stories. I don't know if I enjoy it myself, but I could see it. Like that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I had my theory that I put out that the Nerona family used to run whatever kingdom that Brooke was from, and that's how him and Gunko have a relationship, and that's why she was like abducted and utilized. But like you stem from some of the similar thought processes to create this theory. So like I can't really push back at it because I already had a theory very similar, just not with Lamy. It was just that was how I tied the Brooke connection in. But you're tying, it's not just the Brooke connection, it's Brooke and Law and potentially other, women that may have been disappeared or lost to time to Emu in this way. So, shoot.
It makes me think like how many times Emu had to like deal with their vessel losing their mind because it's always having these memories from other people, so they never know who they truly are.
Right.
So that was one thing I wanted to touch on. That's the reason why this one is so different. All the other vessels were perfectly fine and they obeyed, but because Lammy is actually a D-Clan member, she has the innate will inside of her to push back against emus.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why she was able to kind of like temporarily get herself correct. And then she saw Brooke and she's seeing flashes because it almost seems like we're seeing more memories than just the one person that is dealing with Brooke, because she went from seeing Brooke to then yelling father. And it was like, oh, what if these are possibly two different memories from two different people that she's getting?
Right. Hey, I kind of like it. I ain't gonna lie. I like the D-Clan aspect of it too. And like you tied in the water being like potentially the original traders of Joy Boy or traders in general, where it's like we have to get some confirmation as to what that's about. Like why was the water name in there? I've like completely forgot about it, but we need to get some resolution on that loose end, right? So it could come from Law directly. It could come from Lammy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be anything. So I kind of like it, Taku. I really do.
I wonder if it's too complicated. That's the only thing. Because something like this would be worth, like, an entire chapter to dedicate to, you know? Like, I don't know if Oda's going to that route of saying how important this is. I don't know. But it sounds interesting. It's just, is it going to make the cut? In my opinion, that's where I'm at. Like, is it going to make that extra amount of attachment for the rest of us? Like, do we just immediately start attaching ourselves to like every Gunko? Do we realize like how important she actually is? Does she hold as much importance as we're like kind of making her, like her position, right? Because she's the only person that Emu has controlled. But it feels like Emu's allowed to control anybody they kind of want. So it's like, if this happens with somebody else, are they also now like that type of Gonko type character where they're also just replacements with the same name?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It made me think of like Ginny, like maybe she was about to be a potential Gunko candidate, and then she got sick or something. I was
possibly thinking.
Yeah, I'm like it just makes me think like how many of these have happened over the course of the 800 plus years.
If they are like a Gonko type character and they're being experimented on, do you think like this Gonko, let's say this is true, this Gonko currently has a power which resembles like the arrows and stuff? Did they have a different power from the one 20 years ago that Rock saw? Because if Saturn's doing experiments on them with the devil fruits, right? That means they probably tried to lace the Ginny Gunko with the ability to have like powers from the future or like different futures. Like that's where it starts to get like kind of complicated for me. It's like, is that what's happening now? Because if so, that sounds crazy. But it is government, right? So
It's also possible that like when they give the whatever, because we don't know what Saturn was doing as far as experimentation on the Ginnies, the Bonnies even, and maybe even the Gunkos. He could possibly be giving them like some form of like serum that almost presents itself in different ways for different fruits. So like when he tried to give it to Ginny, maybe her body rejected it and it didn't like manifest in a fruit. But when he gave it to Bonnie, and like the rejection of that was the sapphire scale. And then when he gave it to Bonnie, she also got sapphire scale, but she got the ability to find these different futures. And maybe when they gave it to this Gunko, which would have been Lammy, she got the arrow fruit. And it was like the people who actually have like fruits that are tie-ins with emu maybe are the compatible ones. Almost kind of like the X-Men with the X gene. Like if just because your parents have this special power doesn't mean that you're going to get that power. It could manifest completely differently.
yeah, it starts to get into also like the Gorosei themselves understand that devil fruits have wills. And even though they only specifically talked about the Zoans, it's not impossible, right? Due to Vegapunk's theorized explanation of how they're created to say that each devil fruit has a will of its own, even the Logias, even the Paramecias. But they have to also recognize what devil fruits and the dream of the devil fruit would amount to their cause. So, like, I don't think they're willing to give any type of devil fruit to a candidate of Gunko's caliber because they serve directly under Emu. So it makes me think like if they did end up making a mistake and giving it to Emu, this future possibility fruit or whatever it's called, I don't know if they always make mistakes like that, right? Like, yeah, the Gorosei mess up a lot, but I don't think that they would do that all the time. Like, maybe it's I don't know. Like, it's a great theory. It's just I gotta find something that's willing to make me think like, hell yeah, like this is definitely it. I need a little bit more, I think.
No, I get that. I just really like it because one, it gives Law a lot of motivation. We find out who the traitor is amongst the D clan. We get a little bit of insight into what the water in his name means, since that is the hidden part, which is kind of crazy. And on top of that, like him giving up his life, I feel like is poetic, in the way that now we know that if he gives his life for someone else the way Corazon did for him, I think that that is an incredible moment, especially because it doesn't give us anything like, when people talk like Nick earlier when he was talking about Luffy getting the surgery or Blackbeard getting the surgery. It to me, we need someone to have gotten the surgery, and that could be Emu, and that could be the way that we find out that it's used because it's like Chekhov's gun, right? Like if it is introduced in the story, it should play out somehow in the story to make it actually make sense, to see it firsthand. And the fact that Doflamingo is talking about it and Emu's talked about it and everyone's talked about it, it would be the perfect way for Law to pass on his will to Lamy in the same way that Corazon kind of passed on his will to Law. And I just think it would be a really cool full circle moment.
Maybe.
I've never thought that like the waters were the ones that portrayed uh whoever they portrayed. I always thought that the portrayers happened to be from like the Marshall family because Blackbeard exudes uh that type of vibe. I don't know. And you know, Rocks, I don't even think, you know, it says Rocks is a Zebek, right? Like he's not a marshal, but it kind of works like Roger, where Roger ended up linking up with like Rouge, and she happened to be a Porpoise. So maybe it's like, maybe there's a martial woman out there that happened to come from the traders themselves, the same way like the Kurozumis were the traders of Wano, in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Yeah.
but that would imply that, how do I say this, that once a trader, always a trader, or vice. You know what I mean? Like the roles can reverse over time. Like who knows if the goals from 800 years ago were good people or not? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't. You don't have to be good because you got your ancestor from 700 years ago was a quality guy. Like, you know, I don't know.
So I actually had a theory about how Blackbeard got that name because he should actually be. He's not a Zebek. He's a Rocks because it's Rocks D Zebek, Monkey D Luffy. So he should technically be Rocks D Teach. And so like, but what I thought was it was almost the inverse of how Roger named Ace. What if Zebek's sword is called the Marshal? And he took the sword's as his last name so that no one would actually know that it was, you know, that he was related to him in any sense. Because apparently it seems like from the story you can put a D in your name regardless. And so he got the D from his, you know, dad, pause. But, you know, he should be Rocks D Teach. But he decided that he wanted to take the sword's names because of the fact that his dad was persecuted, similar to how Roger named his kid Ace after his sword, which is kind of wild. But he ended up taking his mom's last name. So the Marshall family could technically not exist as a D clan.
That's also possible. I do think D clan members decide who wants to take the D on. Also possible.
Oh man,
That makes sense.
right, Taku, man. Always, bro. Always good to hear from you, man. You got anything?
Taku, bro.
You got anything coming up? You want to
I
plug?
love coming through.
You know what I'm saying? I know you got the baby on the way, but what you got going?
Well, I'm definitely going to be doing my live stream over the weekend for 11:58.
Okay.
And then on top of that, I have been doing a weekly stream with NYC over on his channel. And we've been doing TikTok lives here and there. But I'm probably just going to be playing Marvel Rivals a lot this weekend.
Okay.
Trying to finish out all the levels that I need to before this next season. But I am working on a few different theories coming up, so I'll definitely be putting those on my my TikTok and my Instagram. YouTube Shorts doesn't like me, so I usually get my stuff muted on there. So, but I'll try.
Okay. Hey man, keep grinding, bro. We love seeing you. We love having you in the community. We love having you in here. We missed your super chat the other day. I'm trying to remember what it said exactly, but thank you for even donating it all, bro. Thank you so much.
Yo, always. That's why I know that there's gonna be a ton of people who wanted to get in, so I decided to just pay for the Yonko myself, so that can go to someone else. Because I always love supporting you guys. You guys make awesome content. I love being a part of this community. You built an amazing Discord community. So I love being a part of it.
Thank you, man. Means a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
All right, man. We'll get you out of here.
You guys have a wonderful rest of your night.
Yeah, you too, man.
Jana.
Jana.
All right, who is next up on the list? Oops.
And let's get him in.
All right, hold on, my bad. I messed up. I wasn't supposed to do that. I gotta Zoro zoom first.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We could just let them rock.
So iron out the kinks. All right. So next up is gonna be, I believe, YounBull Trent, our guy, man.
Wait, the boy.
Trent, bro. Why is that happening? Yo.
Trent, brother.
What's up?
How you doing?
living life. Living life as always. Larry, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm usually a big Larry fan. I'm not gonna lie. Usually a big. I've been waiting for this day. It's time that I have to do my debate against you. I got to debate, man.
Okay.
All right. And here's the one I think I need to debate with you a lot. I felt like you came at the Shakky would make everything bad for rocks. A little too hard there. I don't know. That's the first one. Because Seb really got a point. If he's supposed to be that guy, and Shakky and everybody look at Shakky some type of way, how you gonna let that be taken from you and you just be like, it's all right. She just somebody, She ain't really mean nothing.
So let me get this straight. When you look at your account, right, and you got all the money that you got.
Okay, now we're going to this.
Hold on. Listen to me, hear me out. You got all the money you got, and all of a sudden, $5 goes missing. Do you complain about it?
Okay, so you go use $5 like she wasn't. Everybody ain't viewer like she was the $1 million jackpot.
Listen, I'm asking you. Do you notice when $5 goes missing from your account?
All right, y'all may not fake it, but yes, I do. Y'all not fake it, but yes, I definitely do.
Hey, man, bro. I feel his pain, bro. I feel his pain, bro.
Nah, look, y'all must think that. Nah, I actually, that's something I would keep up with. Y'all, come on now. I know about my bread. Come on now.
Hey, man, don't count his pockets, man.
Listen, all I'm saying is, you might be some of the exception that goes, hey, $5 is missing from my account. I got to make an uproar. Other times people go, yo, there's $5 missing from my account. I didn't even notice because, one, they are of that status. And what I'm saying is, if Shakky's not a part of the crew and $5 is missing, if this woman is missing, then I'm not going to make a big deal. Yes, there is a great point that Sebastian makes, and he makes many great points. And if you come to my territory and you take something from it, I'm going to come after you. But here's the thing, right? You aren't always available to do those things. And what I mean by that is anytime anybody makes a fuss when you're not there and they decide to do something, it doesn't automatically mean they could just take from you whenever they want. They actually took a huge risk in hoping that you wouldn't come after them because we've seen the government, right? They took Ace, and what happened? They literally made themselves look like a fool to the world. So it's a very, very, very big trade-off when you happen to go against somebody with such immense fame and power amongst the world. So I'm not saying that it's impossible. I'm just saying the reason why Rox would have to go after Shakky when she's not a part of the crew is because, honestly, she's not worth it. She's not worth any goals he had. His goal was to take over the world, and for me to take over the world, I can't worry about one girl who happens to not be a part of my crew. That's
okay. Okay. So here's my argument with that is because she wasn't a part of his crew, yes, and she didn't seem like she was showing any interest in joining. She did, though, still show that what they did show, though, if it was that they took Shakky, is that they still have the power to run up on his island and take whatever they want. Is what they're kind of show. Which, Larry, I see that face. I may not be on face cam, but I saw that. but look, listen. Look, I know But think about that though. You may say the $5, but think about it. Look, even with the $5, in my opinion, if I'm losing the $5 and I find out someone took it, you just gonna be like, oh, if you find out someone took it and you know who took it, you just gonna be like, oh, keep it. You know what I'm saying? Keep it.
Sometimes when you lose that $5, somebody else needs it. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like,
nah, man. This ain't that. This ain't that.
That's cap, Larry.
This ain't that.
Larry's trying to play out of this.
Listen, it's just
listen, man.
Trent. You know, it's wild. It's wild because what Larry is preaching right now is that the juice gotta be worth the squeeze, right? The juice gotta be worth the squeeze. But when Blackbeard determines the juice not worth the squeeze, he a punk, he weak, etc., etc. This is Rocks determining the juice was worth the squeeze to him. Therefore, he crashed out over it potentially. We don't know. We don't know yet, right? But to me, you wanted Rocks to act more like Blackbeard, and that's crazy to me. That's crazy.
I don't know.
You know what's so beautiful about Sebastian, right? The Schwebby Chuan community is that anytime at any place when we talking about characters with relevance, he likes to bring up Blackbeard.
I'll just use an example.
Me, it's like when you think about Blackbeard, he thought the juice was worth the squeeze when he decided to capture Bonnie and tried to Commodore a battleship from the Marines, and then Akainu came up.
Akainu pulled up.
Oh, you know what, I can't do it. Akainu, that dude's I'm the strongest in the world, but you know what? I ain't gonna mess with Akainu. You know why? Because Akainu really got that heat.
Didn't he say he messed up after that, too?
Yeah, he said, we made a mistake.
Didn't he say he really... Yeah, didn't he yell like a baby and say we really messed up?
Listen,
you know what it is. It's just that anytime Blackbeard's brought up, it kind of derails the conversation from reality.
I ain't derailed nothing.
What I'm gonna say is, let's go back to Rocks. Let's go back to the Shakky conversation, right? Overall, Shakky not a part of the crew. She's not a Ginny. Oh wow! Please do not come and bother me about somebody that happened to be not somebody that's a part of me. That's it.
So. Boa's not a part of the crew, and no, just let me put this into perception. It's not gonna. You're gonna not think it makes sense at first, but let me explain it after. So look. Oh wait, Yamato's not a part of the crew, but she's they don't even have their own island for real. Like the Straw Hats, unlike other places. Like Big Mom had Whole Cave, and. Or how about this category? Y'all did a thing about joining Cross Guild, so I'll just and I was listening to that the other day. I can use this as an example. Category has pudding taken, and of course he's gonna spin back. Like you said, that's a part of his family, right? That makes sense. That's your whole argument, right? That's their crew. But if it's with like Luffy and let's say. The only one I guess you could say is Yamato, but she's not she's not. Yeah, Yamato, because technically Luffy gave him the flag. Yeah, so if Yamato gets taken, is that bad for Luffy? Is Luffy just supposed to be like, nah, I'm not gonna spin? Because she ain't a part of the crew. But she ain't part of the crew, though.
Shakky not a Rocks pirate.
Yamato ain't a Straw Hat pirate.
Yamato's technically a Straw Hat pirate. She's the same as what the Grand Fleet is.
I don't know.
Luffy literally linked up with Yamato during a fight. She helped secure the dub against Kaido. Shakky ain't doing nothing. Shakky out here serving
he linked
drink.
up with Law. He linked up with Law the same to win a fight against Doflamingo.
Yeah, Law also Nakama.
Oh, chill out.
No, come on now. Law even said that.
Nakama, man.
Law's a
Nakama. Law's a friend of Luffy. He's not a Nakama. He's not on this shit.
You crazy. You crazy to say
Law
not,
is,
but though.
Law is a friend indeed. Shaggy's
Yeah,
just
but
some
Law
girl that
said
be
he
looking
will.
good.
Listen, man.
Hey, remember when we talked about Boa, man? And how Doflamingo would lose her, man? That is it. She ain't Boa, you know, she's just another girl around the block, man. Boa just another girl around the block.
As far as we know, we can name Shaggy Jenny because she really the girl from around the block, bro.
That's
Yo,
Larry,
the
what are you
Shaggy
talking,
disrespect, bro. She ain't do nothing to deserve none of this, man.
Larry, bro.
Terrible.
Why you disrespect her like that? I thought you were cool with Shaggy. Pretty sure whenever I remember so far that back to a video when you were like, what you wanted to see about God Valley, pretty sure in one of them, and I quote, you go, yo, they're going to flesh out Shaggy. I heard she was a badass.
Listen, bro, you could be a bad A, but that doesn't mean you need to ruin the greatest pirate era of all time.
I mean, how would it ruin them, though? I still just don't believe that just going to save a girl. Now, I get it. It's over. Like, the war, it is kind of crazy, but that's just because, I mean, there's a lot of, it's maybe, like, you got to think about it from, like, starting a war is kind of crazy for a woman. Dang, I probably shouldn't have.
Damn,
it's just like,
that
was crazy. Hey, Nakama, don't diss nah, it's just like, think about it, though. Think about it. Like, if you're going to say that's crazy, then you have to think in real life. We started so many wars over that, so you got to think, you got to think real life is, he's really writing real life stuff.
Yo, who cares?
Listen, man. End of the day,
cares,
it's about the principle. Like I said before, bro. And you agreed, Larry. Or at least on some level. Can't pull up to my island and take my stuff, bro. Can't do it. And you can't pick and choose when it's okay to see whether the juice is worth the squeeze, man. You picking and choosing.
Listen.
Can't do that.
Listen, I think once we step back and we stop trying to give all these excuses as to why Oda is always going to be the GOAT of writing is when we realize, right, that Rox's goals are so much bigger than women.
What?
They're so much bigger than women. They're so much bigger than men. They're so much bigger than riches. They're so much bigger than anything else in the show. The only thing that amounts to Rox's ambition is overthrowing the world government. It's the same thing as Dragon. We would all be Dragon if he happened to put a woman at the center of why he decided to end his great revolution.
You dragging him anyway.
In such a negative way. But instead, Dragon's not doing that. Instead, we praise Dragon for not
So now Dragon's Rox?
Jenny.
But you don't,
Dragon
though.
for wanting to compensate and
We
be like,
don't.
"Hey, I can't exhaust my resources on such things," right? We praise Dragon, but when it comes to Rox, all of a sudden the table is turned on its face. We go to ourselves, oh my God, it would be so worth it if Rox gave up everything he's trying to do in order to save one woman that is not important to him. He does not consider part of the Rox crew. We're talking about ancient weapons. We're talking about changing history. We're talking about prophecy. We're not going to throw all that away just for some coochie that's not going to be great in 50 years, and then the next person is going to cheat on her for the rest of their life.
None of that
This is
matters,
not
bro. None of that
right?
matters,
We're
bro.
talking about a man greater than coochie. And sometimes people don't really understand that.
None of that matters, Larry. None of that
Larry,
matters.
let me tell you something. Look, you just said we all care about Dragon. There is a 20-minute video on y'all's thing where y'all literally shit on Dragon.
Thank you. Like you out here lying to the people right now just to get your point off. This is not even
Larry,
true.
I'm not gonna lie. For this argument, I'm not gonna lie. I've been studying for a week. I'm like, I told Seb last week. I was like, yo, I've been waiting for a debate with Larry.
You know, man.
But
No,
it's
I don't-
just it's just
I'm not praising Dragon for his actions. I think he should be able to take out who he's supposed to take out. But there also is, right, that little bit of, hey, you actually don't need to be there when you save Ginny. You just need to be a insurance because Kuma could easily go there and then get Ginny right back out because you have observation and could tell him where she is. For Rocks, he's willing to risk his entire cause and purpose in order to save somebody that's not actually a Rocks pirate. Where Dragon had to save somebody that was actually a commander within his army. One of the 4 people that's under him that dictates what's going to happen in this blue. There's a very big difference between both of these actions. What I'm saying is, if you're out here praising Dragon for not chasing after a female because he has resources he can't actually give away, then you have to think to yourself, if Rox is going after a woman who's not a part of his crew, who does not have the same position as a 4th, 3rd, 2nd, or 1st commander, then you have to say this is kind of dumb. Because why would you do such things? Your goals are so much bigger than Dragon's. Like, Dragon didn't even know Emu existed, but Rox did. Rock went to Emu and said, yo, I'm going to overthrow you. Dragon's never done that.
Bro pulled up like King Von, I ain't gonna lie.
It's about the principle,
so,
bro.
Rox pulled up like King Von to Emu.
Rox actually has the vision that Dragon doesn't, yet he's willing to do things that Dragon won't. And I just feel like you can't play both sides of the field. You got to be able to say, like, if Dragon's doing this, this is dumb. And this is bad writing.
Okay, this is the last thing. And I feel like this is the last thing. What would you think is like the bad thing about if Rock's at the end of it, he let Whitebeard or he let Garp and Roger go because of some epiphany or something like that, or like somebody showed him like the right way. You know what I mean?
It wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know how you can make that make sense. Personally,
I mean, I wouldn't know how to either. But it's just I've been thinking about a lot of stuff about it.
The only reason that wouldn't make sense is because Rox, he kind of states he's going to make his own path in the world. Like he's not going to let prophecy itself determine where he's going to end up. And I think that's why he's the strongest person in the show, because he kind of goes to prophecy and he gives it the biggest middle finger ever. He says, I'm going to choose what my prophecy will be. And if we've seen anything in One Piece, in the show itself, we know that willpower happens to be the end-all be-all. Like, that's what the show is about. So if somebody directly goes to prophecy and does such things, his hockey is going to be crazy. And granted, he's going to lose, right? This is why he lost at God Valley. Like, he ultimately couldn't beat prophecy itself. But I would say prophecy is a bigger threat to Rox than Emu ever was, because he couldn't control prophecy. He can control Emu, though.
All right. Okay. I'm sorry. That was I'm glad
that was a
to
bar.
hear your opinion.
That was a bar, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Glad.
Was it a bar?
It was a bar.
That was a bar.
It was, man, you know?
Trent,
Hey,
though.
you know, I'm always up for a good Larry bar.
He used to spit, bro. Yo, Trent.
Hey, bro, you know, I'm a part of the Gorsay for Larry.
Hey, man, it's always good hearing from you, bro. I'm glad we were able to set up these call streams to get, your takes. I know you're always in there ready to call in, and we can never get to them, so that's why we're doing these. It's always good to hear from you, though, bro, for real.
Thank you. And if I could just say, again, really blessed to have this community and everything with y'all going around, and just every Monday being able to go, even though I'm at work, every Monday being able to listen to y'all while I'm at work even sometimes calling in at work, just knowing that even though I'm there, y'all still don't care and still let me talk and always listen to my takes with open ears. It's always great.
Yeah, man. And yo, before you get out of here, plug whatever you got going coming up, man. I know you got the YouTube channel. I know in our live stream on the DDT, people were asking for the channel. I sent the link, but by all means, man, if you got stuff going on soon, just let them know.
So actually, I am gonna be starting. I'm actually got the camera and stuff ready for my football stuff now. I'm gonna be live streaming that. I will be live streaming probably sometime I'll be live streaming probably either tonight or tomorrow this weekend. Playing scary horror game Outlast Trials of 2K. I always post my stuff in to promote me. People in live, I always post my stuff in there. Tell everyone to stop by. I always read y'all stuff, and if it's ever someone from Top, I always show my very much appreciation to y'all. I will say, I'm thinking if it all works well, I will be probably doing a live stream in Vegas sometime soon.
Okay.
It's probably going to be my biggest one yet, and then I will also be wherever y'all are at the next convention, because that's going to happen. Okay. I need to find out where it is so I know how much to save up in a hotel. But wherever it's going to be at, I got to go see y'all at that convention because it's a must. But yes.
He said whatever convention we're at next. I think is that a Comic-Con New York? I don't remember. What's next for us? I don't remember.
I'm trying to get content creator badges for us at Comic-Con. We'll see though.
Okay.
At Comic-Con?
Yeah, so.
Okay. Well, thank you guys, and Larry, don't worry, I am still a Larry fan. I am definitely still a Larry fan. Love all the takes and the rap, the just your intensity on making sure that you have the facts first. You've really helped me with my taking notes and making sure I have all the facts straight, writing stuff down before I talk.
Proud, man. That's how it should be, man. Come prepared.
Yeah. You really helped a lot. So I just wanted to thank you for that. And Seb, thank you for I just want to say, tell chat everything that they really do appreciate y'all guys. They really do. And Seb even takes the time to show up on some of my streams, guys. So just know they really do care about y'all, and they do care. And they care everything about this community, and we are really blessed to have.
Thank you, man. I'll do what I can.
No problem.
Have a good night, bro.
No problem, y'all. Hey, y'all too.
All right. Next up was Blue Flames, who's been sitting here patiently waiting for us. So, Blue, you there?
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
Yeah, what's good, Sebi-chan? What's good, Larry Bear?
Chilling, man. We chilling, bro. What's up?
So, I have one little thing and then a little matchup.
Okay.
First question. After seeing King Harald, when we first see him, he clashes with Zebek. Do you think that makes King Harald top 10 or top 15 of all time? Being able to clash with Zebek?
I think King Harald is up there, man. I do. I would say he's probably top 15 at least. I would probably go so far as say top 10, but we don't have any real feats for him. So I'll stick with top 15 for now, but top 10 is probably more in line with what I think in general.
And you, Larry?
For me, oh man, if Rox happens to be bending space with hockey, and granted, he might not have done that to King Harald, and the clash itself, it seemed like Rox was kind of taking it easy too at the end, where he was like talking to Harald and like kind of guiding him on like what he should do next because they're in Marijoa. I want to say that Harald could be a Gorosei member for sure. Mm-hmm. I think he has the hockey for it. I think he has the strength for it. I'd probably say he's like top 10 right now, like all time.
Yeah, I agree with that. You got him over Kaido or Shanks. I think I have him over Kaido, but not over Shanks in like a long fight. Like,
I wouldn't go that far to say he's over Kaido or Shanks right now, but I do think that he's up there. I just don't know if he's stronger than Garp. I don't know if he's stronger than Whitebeard. I would say he's comparable to Shanks and Kaido, but I also think that's kind of unfair to compare Harald to them because they've shown so much while he's shown so little. So I would actually say he's probably like under them, but like 1 point. So if like Shanks is like a 97 and Kaido's like a 98, I'd probably say like Harald is like a 96 in my opinion right now. Because in order to go up against Rocks, who I think is probably the strongest character that we've seen besides like Roger in his prime, Whitebeard in his prime, of course you have Emu, and then you have Garp. I would say like that's like the top four, and then you probably have Joy Boy somewhere around there. But like I don't know where to place Joy Boy. I would just say he had really strong hockey comparable to Shanks, but even then, Shanks for me is under prime Whitebeard and under prime Roger. I think Rocks is above those, so I think Harold is definitely like top 7, top 8 right now.
Yeah, I think he borderlines top 10.
Yeah, he's top 10. I think he's for sure top 10.
Okay. My next question, and then I'm gonna head out. I know you're gonna hate this, Larry, so I'm gonna set this up. When it comes to King and Katakuri, do you think King is fast enough to trade blows with Katakuri, or Kat won't like be hit at all?
That's a good question.
I was gonna follow. I'm sorry, you go.
I don't think he'd be able to hit Cat at all. I think Snake Man Luffy is faster than Zoro for sure. And Zoro couldn't. He was keeping up with King, but also he was around King's speed level when it came to his reaction.
Okay.
And he still was able to land on King. You know what I'm saying? And I think that Katakuri has shown he could evade Snake Man even while Snake Man is being used with observation. So I don't think King would be able to actually hit him.
Okay, so if to land on an Admiral or hit an Admiral, if someone could land on an Admiral or hit one, do you think they have the speed in order to hit Katakuri?
An Admiral?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm going to go with this next. I know you're going to get mad. And I know they were holding back on Marine Ford, but Marco did land on the Admirals. I know they're not going all out with the Devil Fruit, but if he's fast enough to land on the Admirals, he is technically fast enough to hit Katakuri, and King is way tankier than Katakuri. So if he hits Katakuri with an attack to knock back King, I think the matchup changes a lot right there.
So who did Marco hit as an Admiral?
He hit Kizaru when he was in the sky, and he blocked the last second. He got sent flying.
And then he hit Aokiji.
Yeah.
All right, so both of those times, Aokiji, I believe, was fighting Whitebeard, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'll give you. He was off guard. He was off guard.
Aokiji was trying to stab Luffy, and I think Kizaru was trying to shoot laser beams at Whitebeard.
Yeah, so Kizaru was also mid-air, and I don't know if you guys know, but this was the reason why we kind of built the pod from where it was, is because I was sitting on a couch and literally Sebastian and Lawrence were going at each other crazy because Kizaru was in the air and Marco kicked him. So the conversation was, did Marco really kick Kizaru backwards, or did Kizaru just fall backwards on his own? And I swear to God, they argued for like 2 hours yelling at the top of their voices. So in my opinion, it's always been that Kizaru was trolling Marco, and he sent himself backwards just because he was midair, even though he could dodge it. He just wanted to make fun of Marco. So I think that's the reason why Marco landed on him. And if Aokiji got hit because he was distracted, then I would say overall Marco has never landed a clean hit 1v1 on an Admiral where they were aware of his presence. So I don't think Marco would land on an Admiral overall, unless it's probably Green Bull.
Can I push back on the first one? The first one is when Kizaru got hit in the air. So Kizaru's not as tanky as King. If King could take an attack from Zoro on the roof and he almost fell back but not all the way, and Zoro clearly has better hockey and AP than Marco, and Marco can knock back King and make him fall into the building on his back. Clearly, he can make that he can make Kizaru land way farther and get pushed back if he could do that to someone like King. That's why I push back and will disagree with you.
It depends. It really depends, because then it all comes down to like, are these being handled in a way where like they are 1v1? And if so, they're aware of each other. And I just feel like a lot of the times where Marco was trying to fight these admirals, they just weren't 1v1. They were always like, I'm trying to troll you, or I'm doing something.
Okay, I agree with that. And two little things. Do you think Marco loses to Sanji or Marco? I mean, Marco loses to Sanji or Sabo. I have him winning because his flames could overtake other flames like he did with Big Mom. And Prometheus, right, said that the flames are too hot for me.
I think Marco beats Sabo.
Okay.
Sabo hasn't shown the strength. And also the fire element has been proven where like Prometheus was backed off. And I don't think Sabo has the green flames, which is the Fireflies move that Ace used. I don't think he has that yet. And I don't think his hockey is that much better than Marco's, but Marco's regeneration is always going to be over time somebody else's stamina. And who was the other person?
Sanji.
Does he beat Sanji? Ooh.
And Marco did better against Queen than Sanji did, and he was fighting King and Queen. Lawrence will tell you otherwise, but I think he was doing that at the same time.
Yeah, I'm not. The thing is, I'm not as big as a hater as Lawrence is, but I will say that I just think that Sanji has come such a long way. I can't say he's at that first admiral level yet. I know Sebastian thinks very differently about that, and I know a lot of people do. I just don't see him just yet being at that level. I think he could be with another fight, but right now I don't think he is. I think he has to prove the stamina factor, in my opinion. If he could last that long fighting at that degree, because in my opinion, he's always barely beat Queen. That's basically what it is. He landed whatever he landed, and then he passed out, and that was the end of it. But if he fought somebody like Marco, who has constant regeneration, I don't see how Sanji lasts in that department of, stamina.
No, I definitely agree with you. I want to get into with Sebastian about Zoro and Blackbeard, but I know how he gets about Blackbeard.
Oh my god,
there's no winning that. Yeah, I'm gonna let someone else get in here. I'm gonna save some time. Yeah, I've been watching you guys since Shanks did the Wi-Fi hockey. Okay, if since Blackbeard's not as tanky as a king, and Zoro could cut him, knock him back. And Law, his awakened devil fruit is not like an external attack; it's an internal. I'm pretty sure if you trade Zoro and Law there, he's gonna. If you trade Blackbeard and Law, I'm sorry, Blackbeard with Zoro clashes and wins that easily. So why do you think Blackbeard is not getting thrown back by Zoro? Sebi?
1, don't call me Sebi. 2,
It's so funny.
Listen, listen. Y'all can ask all the questions y'all want. Just don't call me Sebi, bro. I can't stand that.
My fault, King.
No, you good. You threw me off with that. Damn, I'm trying to remember the question. Why would Blackbeard get thrown back, or would Zoro? I'm trying to remember what the question was.
So if you replace Blackbeard with Zoro, and when they're clashing, Zoro's conquers hockey. He can knock back King. He could cut him. If you replace, because Law can't cut King with his awakened devil fruit or without, or just with hockey. So why would Zoro not just like knock back Law or like cut through him with advanced conquerors hockey?
Do we know that Law can't cut King with his awakened devil fruit? Do we know that?
Externally or internally? Internally, yes. Externally, I doubt it.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know the answer to that question. With his awakened fruit?
Yeah, like cut him, like with like
the attack that he did on
him.
Virgo. That's what you're saying.
Not like that. Just like with like make him bleed. Not like with his devil fruit cut. Like just with bleeding is what I mean.
Oh, okay. Well, one, in general, to me, Blackbeard hasn't gone crazy hard with his Gura attacks yet. And that's kind of what it would be. What's the why? If he blocks with it or uses it. I don't think he named one Gura attack so far on panel, I think. Just the one. And I don't even know if that was in the manga. Yeah. So when they clashed, the moment you're talking about, there wasn't a named Gura attack that Blackbeard used. But Law was actively using his awakened Ope fruit, like when it happened. So that's random no-named Gura clash punch versus awakened Law Ope no Mi.
I mean, it's as strong as Devil Fruit versus like a utility Devil Fruit. I don't think he has to use a named attack to win that clash.
To me, winning clashes, like, yeah, I saw Vista clash with Mihawk. Like, winning a clash doesn't do anything. Did you win the fight or not?
Yeah, Vista's top 10. Top 10.
Did you win the fight or not? I've seen Big Mom lose a clash against Marco. Marco got yoked up seconds later, as if it was nothing.
Marco is not more nuanced to them.
Marco is not
the flame.
Marco is not on Big Mom's level. Clashing evenly means almost nothing. I saw Apu clash evenly with Zoro and Drake, and then 2 seconds later, Zoro handled the fight and it was over. I don't think anybody's out here like, yo, Apu is such and such, this or that. A clash doesn't mean much to me, personally. But it means a lot to other people. So I give them their grace with that. But to me, clashing, I saw Akainu use his foot to stop Whitebeard once. I still don't think Akainu is well over Whitebeard. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a clash. It's a moment in time. Winning a clash, winning an exchange doesn't mean you can win a fight. Doesn't mean you would win a fight. But
so I hear you. I disagree because if you're in the middle of a clash and Zoro cuts through him and slices him in half.
So every exchange. Hold on. So every single time somebody's won a clash with somebody else, they won the fight after that?
No, I'm not saying he's going to win the fight. I'm saying he has an opportunity to win the fight.
Sure.
Listen.
I'm just saying.
Can I just say one thing?
Go ahead.
Preach, King.
I hate, and this is throughout the whole entire One Piece community, I'll never understand why it wasn't a named attack is mentioned all the time in order to debate. Because when we saw Blackbeard and we saw Whitebeard, right, at Marineford, Whitebeard did Shima Yurashi. And for all those that don't know this attack move is where the oceans literally tilt at different axes. That was used by Whitebeard. That's an official and attack named move. But it wasn't officially stated by Whitebeard. Blackbeard did the exact same attack afterwards. He didn't name it, he didn't say it, it was just a move that was done. But we know that's a named attack. So sometimes when you look at One Piece, even though these attacks aren't named, they're still named attacks. So we have to stop just saying that all the time just because it wasn't an attack named move. So what? It still was an attack. It still was done. Why isn't it able to be used now? That's unfair.
I'm not saying it's unable to be used. I'm saying when you're scaling it, don't act as though the person is putting everything they have into the non-named attack. That's just, in a series about named attacks, and we use... Larry, you're the guy that says Bajron Gun. You're not saying Luffy's big old punch. Like, you name Bajron Gun. It is a named attack. It is the apex of what Luffy can do because he named it. He said it. We saw what it was capable of once he utilized it. In a show but in a show like One Piece, where people use named attacks to signify how much they're putting behind them consistently throughout the series, you can say, hey, this is a no-named attack. This is Divine Departure. This is a pistol. This is Bajron Gun. We can't act as though the attack's name and how much a person is putting into it doesn't matter. I asked on the pod several times when you say, oh, this is the strongest fruit, etc. He couldn't even push Law back. I asked you, do you think this is the most that Blackbeard could put out with his ability? Sometimes you've trolled and said yes. Other times you were like, nah. If you think yes, we just have a very differing view on what named attacks represent in the series. And that's fine. But to me, you'd be ignoring how Oda writes to fit your agenda, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But that, again, that's me.
I think our problem is because it's named the most powerful devil fruit. So you don't really necessarily need a named attack. That's why, like, our confliction about it is, like, it's the most strongest devil fruit. It can destroy the world. But I understand it can't destroy the world off a regular attack. Hold on. But, like, a regular attack is going to do crazy damage is our point. So you don't need a named attack in order to win a clash or, like, to put someone down. Because it's the strongest devil fruit.
So if somebody eats the strongest Zoan fruit, or the strongest Logia fruit, or strongest whatever, as soon as they say this is the strongest anything, now any single attack that person now utilizes needs to be world changing. It needs to end fights instantly.
So here, I'll give you an example.
Because that's just not how it works. Like, that's just not how that works.
Yeah, I'll give you an example. If someone ate the fast fruit and they're not using their named attack where they're fast as possible, but for example, Zoro could keep up with them while they're using the fast fruit, then like that's our comparison, I guess. You understand? But
there'd be levels to their speed, no? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, but like you have the fast fruit, you're the fastest person in the world.
And 9 times out of 10, you'll be the fastest person in the world. But when you're fighting dudes that have also awakened devil fruit abilities and other means to counter you, you'll need more than that. Like I don't feel like that's crazy.
But like the thing is, in this situation, Law's devil fruit is a utility devil fruit. It's not an AAP devil fruit like Akainu's. But like it doesn't match here is a thing. It's a utility. It's not like cutting mountains because of how AP it is. It's cutting mountains because of the hacks.
Okay, but it still allows for AP. It still allows him to utilize it and use AP to do things. Like, I don't know. I guess my issue is y'all have these perceptions of fruits and go, yo, this is what y'all have done. Blackbeard's fruit or Whitebeard's fruit, the Gura, is the strongest in the world. Therefore, every single punch it has needs to be top tier, needs to be doing the absolute most. And Law's fruit, because it's the Ope Ope no Mi, and in your mind, it's the ultimate utility fruit, when that's not what was described as it. It was described as the, what was it? The most valuable fruit ever. It was, what did they say when they were trying to capture the fruit on that island, Swallow Island? I don't remember exactly what it was, but they didn't use the words most versatile or utility. They went into what you can do with it, which speaks to utility, but they didn't say whoever has this is now weak and they can only use hack stuff. Like, that's not how the fruit has been described. Like, it's just not. Like, we've never gotten a description of the fruit that said, yo, when you use it, you're at a disadvantage when you're fighting against strong people who have these strong devil fruits. That's not the description of this devil fruit. It can be used for ultimate versatility and utility, the way you guys are speaking to. And Law has gotten the fruit to a degree where you can use it in the way that he just used it. The only thing that Law just did is tell me that he can replicate the same level of defense using his awakened ability that Akainu was able to replicate at Marine 4 when he put his foot down when Whitebeard swung his ability. Y'all are telling me that that's an embarrassment for Blackbeard. And I'm like, Law can't use his awakened fruit to stop that attack? In y'all minds? Then what?
So here, well, can I ask something real quick? If you replace Law's Awakened Devil Fruit Clash, if you were to take the Devil Fruit away in that Clash for that moment and replace him with Conqueror's Haki, Rio, do you think it's going to be the same result, or is he going to win the Clash?
I think it's the same result.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. Agree to disagree then.
One, you're giving Law Advanced Conqueror's Haki in Rio. So I'm already scaling that to what I would think if Law was able to use these things. But listen. So y'all automatically think that Zoro using his Advanced Conqueror's Haki would be able to just bypass a Gura attack at any time. I'm not of that thought process.
No, we're not saying that. We're saying for that instant, for that clash where it was a no-name clash. If Zoro would have won Conqueror's Haki and replaced Law there, he would have won that, either cut through him or win the fight. Yeah, because it would have
It's
has
not
way more
winning the
AP for
fight,
external
period.
attacks.
It's not just winning the fight. It might win that clash, sure.
Well, the thing is, if he wins a clash and then he follows up and does a really bad hit on him that injures him, or does a severe attack, like the fight's over.
If his durability isn't strong enough,
Is he more durable than King
maybe not. Probably not.
or Kaido?
Probably not. It took
Because
how
three-
many? It took how many attacks from Law to take King down?
Well,
From
who hits harder
from Zoro to take
Zoro
King
or
down?
Law?
No. How many attacks did it take from Zoro to land on King to take him down?
When he got Conqueror's Haki or pre?
When he had Conqueror's Haki. I think he landed 3 attacks on King after that.
Yeah, but that's King. That's a different. That's not the apples to apples. That's apples to
But
oranges.
majority of those attacks that he landed were when King had his flame off. So his Lunarian DNA wasn't being registered when those attacks landed.
I agree, but what about the final one? That when his flame was on and he took him out. Like, what about Zoro hit Blackbeard with that?
Was his flame on or off when that attack
I'm pretty
landed?
sure it was on. The final attack, I'm pretty sure his flame was on.
I'll have to go back and look. I was under the impression it was off. But
May I
Go ahead.
intrude?
go ahead.
Get in there, Larry.
All right, so in the story of One Piece, the biggest reason why Luffy couldn't beat a Logia was because he lacked Haki. And that's when we first started to learn that Haki was the deterrent to Devil Fruits. So anything that a Devil Fruit can do, Haki would be able to cancel. Which means any Devil Fruit, not just Logias, it would mean any Devil Fruit. And it would be up to the Logia, Paramecia, or Zoan ability to infuse their own Haki into their abilities in order to combat the person who has the better Haki. Because if not, they would just simply lose out. So when we look at fights and we say to ourselves, who has the better Haki in this fight? We usually give it to that person. And then we say, okay, do they have a Devil Fruit attached? You see that mindset? It goes, hey, who has better Haki first? And then we think about everything else afterwards. Because we know when it comes to fights, Haki is what really matters. What Kaido said about Haki being the end-all be-all really matters. When Luffy was fighting Aokiji and Akainu and Kizaru, he knew that Haki really matters. Because in order to hurt them, Haki needed to be in play. So when we look at Devil Fruits and Haki, we always know that it's Haki over Devil Fruits. So we can never say that the Gora by itself would overpower a Haki user.
Depends on the
overall.
Haki.
That's just not how it works.
Depends on the Haki.
What it would be if the Gora user has Haki infusion that can overpower the person they're fighting that also has Haki. That's how it always has been. It's how the story works. That's how it's been. So if Blackbeard doesn't have Haki infusion into his Gora that can match Zoro in terms of his Conqueror's Haki and whatever Rio attached may be, then he could never say that the Gora would overpower him. And that's the biggest difference in this fight. You can never say that, and that's really unfair, and it's actually kind of contradictory on Sebastian's part to say that that would happen, because we know that wouldn't happen. We know that the Gora was canceled out by the 3 admirals at Marine Ford. When the Gora went and tried to be used against them, they canceled it out with
By 3 of them together.
Okay. But
Akainu kicked it. He kicked it down.
He did. No, he did.
Yeah, exactly. Akainu ended up using his foot against a Gora attached to the blade of Whitebeard.
Yeah, I know.
You can't say, oh, it took 3 of them. No, it just takes a competent Haki user to overpower somebody with a Devil Fruit. And if your Haki is not infused into that Devil Fruit, then you're getting canceled out.
But my issue, I guess, is so you guys are saying that you believe Zoro has strong enough Haki to overpower the Gura. That attack specifically, sure. I don't have a major pushback on that. I might disagree. I don't have major pushback on that. I guess
what is there to disagree about?
The problem is, again, this is where I get into the named attack piece of it. This is the bare minimum of what Blackbeard can do. And you guys are saying Zoro using the apex of what he can do.
Just conquers Haki.
No, conquers coded sword slashes and attacks. That's the apex of Zoro's swordsmanship skill and power at this moment.
Yeah.
Can he overpower that base, no-named, basic Gura attack? Very possible. Possibly, yeah. But that doesn't mean he would win a fight against Blackbeard, which I think is the point of this conversation, right?
Can I ask you a quick question?
The point of the conversation really is when we started out saying that named attacks are really the center of how fights are going to be determined, because if they're not named, then they're automatically weaker. It's not necessarily true, because Blackbeard did use Shima Yurashi, which is the same move that Whitebeard used in Marineford, and he didn't name it. So sometimes Blackbeard attacks without using names to it, but they're still named attacks. So you can't necessarily say that what Blackbeard did against Law wasn't a named attack. He probably just didn't say it on panel.
Steph, can I ask you a quick question? Akainu stopped the Quake Fruit with his kick.
Yeah.
Does Zoro have better Haki regular? Does he have better Haki than Akainu on Marineford? And that's regular Haki than if you had Conqueror's Haki. So, like, wouldn't he be able to replicate that same thing Akainu did to Whitebeard?
Listen, y'all be forgetting that I'm actually an Akainu glazer. So, no. No. Zoro still can't with Akainu, man. All right.
I don't think he could, but could he do what he did to stop that the Quake attack with Haki?
This is the other issue I have with the way y'all scale or think. We haven't actually seen Akainu fight for real. You know what I'm saying? Same with Kuzan. Same, like, by this logic, you would be like, yo, Zoro over Akainu because he's an advanced Conqueror's Haki user, et cetera, et cetera. Because
I'm just saying, can he replicate that? Because
probably
Blackbeard.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying Akainu probably can. I haven't seen the dude fight in a real one-on-one fight at all, like on panel. Like, I saw him in Marineford before Oda had the Haki thing completely mastered and figured out, where we see a whole lot of randomness happening. I can't be like, yo, now that Zoro utilizes advanced Conqueror's Haki, etc., he's beating Akainu.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you could replicate that, because if you could replicate that and Blackbeard's weaker than Whitebeard and Zoro has Haki comparable to Akainu, or better because Conquerors, I'm not going to see his better Haki, but shouldn't he be able to replicate stopping the Quake Fruit with like a sword attack? Or is a kick or punch
if it's the same attack, sure. If it's the same attack, I already acknowledge it's very possible. But my issue, I guess, is becoming y'all treat it as though that's the best Blackbeard can do. That doesn't even seem to be Haki infused Gura punch. That doesn't even seem to be anything infused. It's just, yo, I'm using the Gura right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that, at least that's how I viewed it. I could very well be wrong. Haki is invisible half the time unless Oda decides to go, yo, they're using hardening. And I don't believe hardening is how you would utilize it in conjunction with the Gura. But who knows? We got to wait on Oda to see how that works. But to me, I don't know. We gotta tiptoe around these kinds of conversations a little bit. Because the way y'all speak, Zoro over Kizaru and Zoro over Aokiji. That don't make sense.
Well, they could have got stronger. They were holding back on Marineford and they could have got stronger. So.
But we've seen them since. And we haven't seen Advanced Conqueror's Haki or anything since from either of them. So by y'all logic...
Kizaru now to Egghead is way different. He's fighting Gear 5 while sort of holding back.
But I'm telling you, but this is why I'm saying, even in that space, has he used Advanced Conqueror's Haki? Can he use Conqueror's Haki? No.
This is what Blue Flames is trying to say, and I'm gonna be as straightforward as possible. What he's trying to say is when the Gura is labeled the strongest devil fruit paramecia wise in the verse, you immediately have an advantage over someone who has trained their whole life to acquire strength, because strength comes easily and naturally to you. So when you start having narration behind you, when you start having all these things to make you the final villain within the story, yet you struggle against somebody who doesn't have the world's strongest devil fruit, and you only have an awakening, and you're supposed to have all this grandeur of scarring shanks and being a person of aptitude where you're able to take on more than you can chew, and you usually end up on top, and yet when you're clashing, you're not pushing them back. But instead, during that fight, you resort to using the Yami in order to gain an advantage. It screams that, one, your haki is not up to the level in order to overpower Law. So you had to resort to other means. Even though you have all of this behind you, even though you have stated, I am the strongest person in the world and nobody can stop me, there's something not being consistent within that argument. There's something not being consistent within how you're being proclaimed through your own words. So for us, we have to take what you're giving. We're not taking what you're going to be later on. So if Law is able to give you this type of difficulty, then maybe Blackbeard isn't where we're supposed to be at right now. Maybe he's going to be that later on. And I think that's completely fair. It's not unfair. He hasn't faced people like
I have
Kaido.
issues with that,
He hasn't faced
because
Kainu. He hasn't faced people like that's like first commander level except Law, because we're still having conversations if Law can beat
Marco.
King.
And beat Marco.
So when are we going to start having that conversation where it's like, okay, you have all the tools, why aren't you able to do something as easy as what you're supposed to do? You're not living up to your hype. You're not living up to what's on paper.
I think that's unfair. One, even the thought process you have in regards to, oh, he has to resort to using this. It's not resorting. This isn't my kit. I can use my Gura. I can use my darkness. Like, it doesn't matter how I utilize these things. You clash with me, okay, cool. Now I'm using the Gura. I'm using the darkness fruit. Like, it doesn't matter how I use my kit. That doesn't dictate how strong I am in a moment, in a given moment. If it's more advantageous for me to use the darkness fruit, why would I not use it to prove Larry's point? To prove, I have to prove to the world that I can knock Law on his ass. Like, why would I do that when I can use the Gura fruit? Like, I use the darkness fruit.
It's that easy. If you have the world's strongest devil fruit and you have the haki in order to make it an easy run, why would you need to rely on a second power?
So let me get this right, yo. Are y'all under the impression that Zoro was using Advanced Conqueror's haki versus Lucci?
I think of the final attack, I think he did. Besides
only
that,
the final attack, because I saw leakage throughout that fight on panel.
Yeah, but like, did he do like a lane and attack with his Conqueror's haki?
But that's my point. That's my point. I've seen Lucci clashing with him. So if he was using Advanced Conqueror's haki to clash with Lucci, why is Zoro's attack potency not questioned in the same way that Blackbeard's Quakes are? I don't get that. That's y'all being inconsistent.
Yeah, I could tell you, because Zoro doesn't have the world's strongest haki.
But y'all hold on. But y'all said haki over everything. Haki over Devil Fruits, Advanced Conquerors, etc. So why is it now he doesn't even have to clear Lucci's claws, but I have to clear Law's awakened Devil Fruit ability?
I can tell you, Lucci also has haki.
Man, the bar is so low for some, but so high for others, man.
That's not true.
That doesn't make sense, bro. That doesn't make sense, bro. Oh, man.
Who has better haki, Lucci or Law?
I've seen Law flex out of an illness using his haki.
Are we serious?
Are we giving Lucci some... What advanced haki techniques does Lucci have?
You mean the fact that he was competing with Gear 5?
Luffy was trolling.
Even if he was trolling, he was still able to compete with Luffy at that troll level.
Bro, come on, man. Come on.
You hold on. So you
Come
think
on.
that Luffy in Gear 5 using Haki trolling is not stronger than what Law was producing?
I don't think that Lucci can beat Law in a fight. At
We're
all.
not saying fight. We're not saying beating.
No,
We're
but I'm
produce.
saying if you're
Two different
scaling
things.
relativity, Law is stronger than Lucci to me. So Luffy trolling and fighting Lucci, who's weaker than Law, doesn't tell me that Lucci's abilities in hockey are superior to Law's. If you
We're talking hockey. We're not talking fighting.
That's fine.
We're talking hockey.
That's fine.
Do you believe
Lucci can't use
that
advanced
Luffy's
Conqueror's hockey.
is weaker than Law's?
I think it's debatable. I don't. There's nothing that Lucci's shown hockey wise that would tell me he's clears Law. What are these feats? He KO'd Sentomaru? What are the feats? Sparring with Zoro until Zoro got active for real? What are the feats?
I truly don't even know what to say. Like, if you really believe that Law's hockey is stronger than Lucci's,
bro,
then that's something that you need to go back and like read, bro, because obviously that's not true. If Lucci is literally fighting two Conqueror's hockey users, meanwhile, Law, who doesn't have Conqueror's hockey, is fighting somebody else that possibly may not have Conqueror's hockey, but is heavily Devil Fruit reliant, then there's obviously a situation in your mind that's not consistent with the story of One Piece.
Hey, man.
There's no way you could say Lucci, who literally trains, who has an awakened Devil Fruit, is... I mean, that's on you, bro. Like, I don't know what to say. Like,
I think they're at least... I'm not even mad at you saying Lucci's hockey is superior. I don't understand why we have this logic that he absolutely clears Law in hockey. When I've seen Law get stuck with an illness from Doc Q and use hockey to flex out of it.
You don't think Lucci would have been able to do that?
Maybe. Very probably. Very probably. Very probably.
Yo, so this man is fighting Luffy in Gear 5 using armament hockey, and all of a sudden he can't... So what you're telling me is... Let me just say this. You're telling me live on an account that has 100,000 subscribers, right? That Law would be able to clash with Lucci in armament hockey evenly.
Very possibly. Yes. Yes. Yo, I'm trying to understand the Lucci gas. I really am.
Yo.
I'm really trying to understand the Lucci gas.
Bro. There's no way, bro. There's no way. My boy said he gonna clash evenly with Luffy and
Yo, what? So you don't think Law can? Hold on, you don't think Law can clash evenly with Luffy in Gear 5?
That is so crazy.
You don't think Law can have the same level of performance that Lucci had against Luffy in Gear 5?
Oh my god.
Listen, bro. Blue.
Listen, bro. You right, bro. Listen, bro.
Yo,
right,
Blue,
bro.
Man. You know how I get them active, bro. You know how I get them active, bro. I'm trying to say what you guys, bro.
I gotta go. My girl's here. I appreciate all your streams. I've been watching since the Wi-Fi Shanks hockey chapter. Larry, I look forward to your Sunday stream. And I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. I can't lie. I'm like super nervous to even be here. I'm like fucking shaking.
Stop cursing.
I'm sorry, King.
You're good, bro.
I'm sorry.
Much love, brother. Yo, you better treat her right, bro.
Yeah, bro. Do that.
Of course.
Or
Have
don't.
fun on vacation, Seb. I look forward to your stream, Larry. Good night, guys.
See you later, brother.
Lucci, guys. I'm gonna get to some of these super chats that are sitting. I missed a few from earlier. So sorry if y'all haven't. If we didn't get to them in time, I apologize. We got 5 from Mel S. It says, keep missing the Monday streams, but W caller streams. My One Piece Doctor Squatch just got here, though, so I'm going to dip. W stream, hashtag Straw Hat Brick, hashtag Larry Tax. Thank you, Mel. Sorry if we didn't get to this in time before you left. One Piece Doctor Squatch, like the soap? Is that a thing? I don't know. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
We got another Warlord joined the ship in Ravenstorm. I think I saw Ravenstorm jumped into the call-only stream too as well. So shout out to Ravenstorm. We got another 2 from Jada Rude. It says maybe they are keys. I I believe that is in regards to the road poneglyphs as to why Shanks would still be looking for them. It's very possible they're keys. Yeah. We got another Yonko joined the ship, our highest tier of membership in Harry. So enjoy all the emojis that come with being a Yonko. We got another 2 from Jay to Rude. It says Shakky got that wop wop no me model. Get baby. We got another 10 months at Nakama status from Figureland Shampoo. It says, man, after a long time, I'm catching a live. Hashtag TOPT. Thank you, man. Another 2 from Jay Rude. I think the clashes are just tests of will in One Piece. Something like that. Another 5 from Uzi. It says, they got my man Seb in a genjutsu right now. Hashtag Larry tags. Oh, man. Another 15 months at Nakama status from Rick Tudon. 3-day weekend. Let's go. New schedule for lives. Basically every other week or so, I'm going to be going live on Wednesday to do the DDTs. And then Fridays should be every week as long as I'm not traveling or just have other stuff going on in life. We're going to try to get these call streams in. This has been a lot of fun already. So, but yeah, we're always going to be going live on Mondays though. So that doesn't change. Another 5 from KJ Dudio, I believe. It says, all love from the Bahamas, man. Keep up the good work, fellas. Thank you, KJ. I've always wanted to go to the Bahamas. So.
Yeah, same. Maybe we should make a trip, Seb.
We should.
Have we got out of the country with each other?
Jamaica.
That was the only place. That's been so long, though.
Yeah, that's like 10 years next year. We're supposed to go to Puerto Rico, man. You be balking, bro. What's up?
We got to do something together.
I'm down.
Yeah, we got to do something.
You know me. I catch a flight, bro.
Hold on. You trying to get flown out?
I'm trying. Yeah. Yeah. 100%. 100%. Another 2.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't like all this attention on me, bro. My box is too big, bro. You should make me the smaller.
Do you want me to change it midstream? You want me to do that?
Nah, you can change it.
I could do it, bro. If you want, I could change it midstream, bro. I have the talent.
No,
I have the talent.
I'm good, bro. I'm lit right now.
All right, you drinking soju? I want a soju, bro. I'm drinking water, bro. Mouth mad parched.
Mind your business.
All right. Another 2 from Uzi. It says Seb is fighting Blue, Larry, and the goalpost right now. Yes, you saw how they move the goalpost on me, bro. You see how they do me, bro. You see how they do. Oh man. And it says another 2 from Jada Rude. The clash is a test of will only. Yeah, I mean, there's also some skill in there per clash, depending. Sebby getting flown out every other week. Yo. Y'all too funny, bro. Technically, I'd fly a lot for work. But alright, Larry, I have to cover.
Let's bring the next person in.
I gotta cover you real quick. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure the next person was Diamond Life. So, Diamond.
Yeah, cover me too.
No, it's not. Diamond, what's up, bro?
Yeah. How you doing?
How you doing, brother?
We good, man?
I'm doing good. But
Diamond, you coming a little choppy, man. Talk again.
Alright, hold on. How about now?
It's a little better.
Diamond speaking through a cup.
Yeah, bro, you on?
No, bro. Either through a cup or underwater, bro. Another thing. But I guess I had like 3 things to ask you guys. So I think I'm just gonna ask like I guess not really a question, but kind of like my predictions on who will fight who in Elbaf.
Mm-hmm.
Once like the people from the underworld come on top.
Mm-hmm.
So first, obviously Luffy versus Gunko. It'll be like the first introduction between Luffy and Emu. And then after that, I got Loki and Hadrudin fighting Dory and Brody. And then I got Zoro and Sanji fighting Somers and Killingham. So the Luffy and Gunko one is self-explanatory. But for Zoro and Sanji fighting the Holy Knights, it could go one of both ways. It could be Sanji fighting Killingham and Zoro fighting Somers, or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
But I got.
They said bro is calling from level 6 of Ingo now.
Yo, lay off Diamond,
hello?
man. Yo,
Can you hear me?
Diamond, bro.
Wait, do I sound better now?
Way better.
Oh, okay, my fault. I guess I was losing connection on my earphones.
Yo.
There we go. Yeah, bro, it's much better. Repeat all that.
Okay, did you guys see? Okay, so I guess I was gonna tell you guys my predictions for Elbaf. I got Luffy versus Gunko, Dory and Bragi versus Hasruden and Loki, Zoro versus Somers, and Sanji versus Killingham.
Yo.
And so I guess the reason why I got Zoro versus Somers is because Zoro and Robin always had some type of like not a relationship, but they've had moments where Zoro would protect Robin. Like the prime example would be Skypiea, where he rescued her from one of Enel's priests. And then another moment why he'd help her over fighting Killingham would be because they kind of had this relationship built over time. Because he was one of the first ones to be wary of Robin when she first joined. And then he was also one of the first ones to like try to rescue Robin when she got taken by CP9. And then I got Sanji fighting Killingham because the way I see Zoro and Sanji's dynamics with the crew is Zoro will fight like the second big bad, and then Sanji will end up fighting to protect the crew, and then he'll fight Killingham because he'll realize that Killingham is trying to erase Elbaf culture, like similarly to how like Robin's backstory was, where they try to erase all of O'Hara. So pretty much all her like culture and history got erased because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then for Loki and Hasruden, the way I kind of see it is, I think you'll like this one, Larry, is that it'll be like monster mutated Garo and Metal Bat versus the Centipede in One Punch Man. Where Loki would be Garo, obviously the stronger one and the one that actually poses a real threat, while Hasruden will kind of be like the weakest link in that like 4-person battle. And the way I'll see it is Loki will be picking up a lot of the slack that Hasruden is lacking. But I think the last clash between them two will signify kind of like this new age of giants. Like the ones that like peace, which would be represented by Hasruden. And also the giant warriors that like battle will be Loki. So kind of like mix and kind of coexist. And it'll be like similar to a Conquest of the Sea type of attack. Like how Garo and Metal Bat did, where Loki will be the the one doing the powerful attack, and then Hasruden's like force will amplify that even more, and knock out Dorian Broggy. And that's my prediction for Elbaf. And then the rest of the Straw Hats will be handling like the monsters. And this is some Usopp gas, but he'll like give hope to the people that are scared of like their wives and mothers that have been transformed. But yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you guys. So let me know what you guys think.
So I like the idea of Haruden and Loki teaming up to fight together. I haven't really thought of the notion, but I really do like that as a thing, because we're even in the flashback we see how negative their relationship has been towards one another since a really young age. So them fighting together could be the culmination of what their story has gotten to. As far as who their matchups would be, I think you brought up Dory and Broggy. I kind of like that, just because those two were the ones that were very much aligned with their dad, and they grew up together and stuff, and now they're elevated and stronger. I think that could be really cool. As far as the Straw Hat matchups, I've always leaned on the notion that, or towards the notion that Sanji would fight Sommers, mostly because we got bigger displays of Sommers' abilities earlier, and I think Killingham is just stronger than him. So I would go with Zoro fighting Killingham because of what his ability allows. Makes him seem stronger than Sommers does, and then Sommers already had like a mini showdown with Roger's left hand man in Gabon. So like I think, and then the love motif of what his thought processes are and how his evil works. I think it just ties more in line with Sanji. And then to me, I do like the idea of possessed Gunko versus Luffy. I would like if Luffy and Loki teamed up. That's where my mind went there. But I kind of like the Haruden one a little bit more. So we'll see. Although I will say, if Loki's as strong as I think he is, I don't know that even a buffed up Dory and Bragi are enough to fight him dolo. Like to fight him like even together. But that's me where I kind of scale Loki. So Larry, I'll pass it to you. I don't know if you have any specific matchups you're looking forward to seeing.
The only matchup I'm looking at seeing is Usopp versus Usopp. All right, I'm trying to see the man be brave for once. I need him to lock in.
Okay, that's valid.
I mean, you're not wrong, and I guess not really counter, but the reason why I brought up Zoro versus Sommers is because it could be like a good tell to like Zoro figuring out his Conqueror's Haki and hitting him similarly how Gabon hit him, but then Sommers will think, oh, he's like Gabon, and then it'll be like, no, wait, it's even stronger than Gabon, to kind of push Zoro up to a level where he's kind of slowly surpassing like the old gen and reaching like the Admiral, maybe like low Yonko level of point of power. But obviously, Sanji fighting him, it fits good too.
Sanji need to do something. Nobody wants to talk about it, but that Queen dub wasn't enough. We're not gonna sit here and think we were satisfied, was we? Everybody in live chat, was y'all satisfied with the Queen dub? Come on,
episode was fire. And
the episode
also,
was fire. The win was weak. All right, we're not gonna sit here and think to ourselves we satisfied with that win. Queen ain't got nothing really. Well, he got a virus that Sebastian highly speaks of every once in a while. I don't care. I need to see you actually.
Queen is Mecha Godzilla, bro.
I need to see you actually capable of not being ripped in half by King with your Germa suit. Nah, man, F that, man. Sanji could easily be one of the best characters in the show, and he just consistently has to let us down every now and then, so people could be like, oh my god, he's so well written. I don't care, bro. Thug it out. Come on. We spent the whole arc with you nose bleeding and having to save you. Shut up. Talking about, yo, I was in a mask my childhood. I don't care. You out of the mask. Do something. Nah, man. I need Sanji to step it up, man.
Mm-hmm.
Sanji and Usopp need to step it up during Elbaf. If not, they both failures, bro. Might as well kick them off the crew because I don't need them. All right.
I mean, Sanji's had his moments. Like people sleep on the fact that as soon as Lucci stabs Stussy and Zoro pushed Lucci out the way, Sanji was quick enough to put the Seraphims in bubbles.
It wasn't Seraphim. It was just Kaku, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, it was Kaku. Yeah, you're right. But he was quick to act, and that's something a lot of people overlook. And also Sanji fighting Killingham. I don't know about y'all, but Killingham seems like the pretty boy that knows that he can get girls, and Sanji is that guy who wants to get a girl but can't. So it's like that anime trope where the guy who wants chicks is fighting the guy who can always get him, and he comes out on top. You know what I mean?
I feel you. I can see it. I just genuinely think that Killingham's stronger than Sommers is. So if that's the case, then it should be Zoro's opponent.
I kind of agree with that. His ability is area of attack.
It's a lot going on, to beat him.
Yeah.
It's like
It's a lot to deal
It's
with.
a lot to deal with. You know, this dude's got roses and stuff. Like this guy got thorns. This dude's spawning hell monsters and nightmares, and you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm gassing killing him a little bit, but
I mean, nah, his fruit's OD. He's like that one dude from Fairy Tail that brought back people from the dead. Larry, you know who I'm talking about.
Ooh.
He was part of the kingdom Zeref owned. He brought back
What dude brought Fairy Tail?
remember when a bunch of Erza's like villains came back and she kind of like scared them off, and that's when Jalal was like, "Yo, I promised I wouldn't kill again." That one dude.
You mean Zeref?
No, not Zeref. It was part of the Spiragon 12. He would like bring people back from the dead.
Nearhearts?
I'm not sure if that's his name, but like that's how I kind of see Killingham's ability. Like he could like summon powerful creatures that could probably be stronger than himself, but as soon as you like take him out, they're kind of gone.
Yo, low key, Fairy Tail is like. I know people are gonna be like, "Yo, Fairy Tail this, Fairy Tail." Yo, Fairy Tail low key has some hidden gems. Bro.
It does, bro. Chris gives me shit for my fault. Gives me crap for Fairy Tail any chance he gets in Discord, bro. I admit the flaws. I admit the fan service. I watch it for the fights and the plot.
I don't.
Okay, never mind.
Yo,
man.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm bad, bro. I love Fairy Tail, bro. Fairy Tail's like one of my guilty pleasures for no reason, bro. Juvia is like the hottest character I've ever seen in my life. Low key.
For me, it's Mira Jane in her demon form.
Nah, man, you're bugging. You're a bandwagon. Why would you like Mary Jane?
Bro, look, Larry, you say this, but say you're chilling with Juvia, she goes to work, and then you're like looking for some stuff, and you find little Larry plushies and a little Larry shrine in her closet, bro. You're gonna be creeped out.
Is that too much to say that's kind of romantic? Like,
Yes,
Bro,
yes, that's too much.
Yo, you've been hurt, bro.
listen, bro, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of Fairy Tail women, but my type is the Juvia type, bro. I like a woman that praises me in the best of ways. She has the best intentions for me, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, she gave her life for Gray. That's something I can't knock. Like, she really sacrificed herself for her.
Right? Listen, bro.
Yeah,
Listen, bro.
tweaking. Yeah,
if
tweaking.
I'm coming home from work and there's empanadas with her face on it, I'm eating it, bro. Like, what? Like, are you crazy? Like, that's me, bro. And then you got Irene, you got Minerva. Let me not even talk about L tier. You know what I'm saying? Like, L tier is like my second Juvia. Like, that's my baddie, bro. Like, I'd die for her, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's my girl, man. Like, she fine as hell.
But Diamond, man, let me let you go, bro. We got a couple more callers, and I kind of want to wrap the stream up before 10 because I got some stuff I got to do. So,
for sure. I appreciate y'all taking the call.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Bro.
All right, have a good night, y'all.
You too. All right, I'm gonna just have to go in order. Although Jalbert hit me up on, Joshua Talbot hit me up on this one, so I'll just bring him up. Yo, Josh, is that you? Yo,
what's up?
what's going on, man? You loud, man?
Shit, my bad.
Language, you loud? Or you cursing?
My bad.
Good, man. What's up?
Nothing much. I've always been on that Seth gang, but for real, Seb, you be defending Larry when the audience comes after him. What's that about, man? Like you always be defending Larry when the audience comes after you. You the peacemaker of the group. For real.
You know what it is? It's like you can crap on your best friend, but you don't like seeing other people crap on your best friend. It's one of those. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like I can. We got equity. I can give Larry crap. He can give me crap, but Larry don't like to see me get attacked, and I don't like to see him get attacked. So
I can see him defending you, and the twins go after you though.
He know I can protect myself. He know. He see me fight the twins for real. He see me and the twins get active like physically. It happens, man. It's happened, bro. You know.
I get you. No, but before I talk about that One Piece, I got some stuff I want to bring up, but I just want to shout. This is my first time getting in on a call. I just want to bring up my first super chat. It was about a year ago at least. I talked about I got a new job. About 2 years ago. I got a new job with the sheriff's department, and Seb called me out, told me not to shoot nobody. I just want to bring up, I ain't shot nobody.
All right, cool. I thought you was about to go the other way.
No, I ain't shot nobody. Shot nobody. Just dealing with a lot of meth heads, but I ain't shot nobody. Nah, Larry clapping.
Listen, man. Well, that's dope, man. Stay safe, bro, for real.
You know, I'm out here. I'm trying to be safe. I'm out here. My dad's a lieutenant with the department too, so like he be yelling at me all the time, making sure I do stuff right. So
did you get the job on your own merits, or is that nepotism? What's up? Talk to me.
No, that's all my own merits. I've been with the Air Force for 8 years.
Okay.
So, I got that all on my own. I worked at the jail beforehand.
Okay.
I've been military guard wise. So like,
if you
I got that on.
If you catch your dad doing shady activity, you taking him in?
It depends on the shady activity. Like, you talking about like he hit my mom or something, I'm absolutely taking him in.
I will say this, thank you for your service. And
Yeah.
if I was to join the military, I would have joined the Air Force.
No, that's what the smart people do. Them army people be dumb, right?
Oh my God.
Them 40s on the abs down. That's why they went there, right? Nah, I'm just playing. I respect all the branches and all, but like Army and Air Force, we got that rivalry.
They said you at Marine Ford right now. Yeah.
Nah, but for real though, like talking about One Piece, everybody on this recency bias, for real. Like we're all into the Harald flashback. We're all on Elbaf. We're looking at the mural. We're all talking about that, but like I just want to bring it back and said I'm bringing this out for you. I want to talk about Whitebeard, Whitebeard, Blackbeard. Specifically, we're talking about Caribou. All right, like everybody's sleeping on Caribou. He's got all this information, and he is leaving with Kareem Devon. Like we cannot sleep on this. Caribou out here with too much information. And like that's just the information we know about. Like we don't even know about his genetic relationship with Wang Chi, what all that's got going on. Like there's just a lot going on here.
Yeah, I actually have a pretty dope Caribou theory that I don't know if I'll ever have time to spit on the pod itself. But it is connected. I might have to spit it right now, Larry. I don't know if we got time for all that, but in general, I'll just give a synopsis on it. Basically, the thought train goes that Caribou, what he said to Blackbeard, I think that's what really triggered the theory, is that when he originally was trying to get recruited, he said it's been his lifelong dream to be one of Blackbeard's henchmen. And I don't think that ever made too much sense considering Blackbeard's only been a famous pirate for like 2 years. And Caribou is like 30-something years old. And then when we finally...
That's gotta be like something... It's hard to interrupt you, bro. It's gotta be something with the Wang Chi genetic connection. And he's gotta know about the Rock's lineage.
Yeah. So to me, the way I tied it in is that Wang Chi is Caribou and Caribou's father. And that he either banished them off of Pirate Island or he looked at them as disappointments. And they grew their entire life on this, like, we could never make our father happy. We want to take him out, but they were never strong enough to do so. So, like, in general, they were waiting for a pirate to be able to take Wang Chi out. And then when Blackbeard did it, it's like, okay, I want to rule Pirate Island with the person that took out my father, who treated me so poorly, et cetera, et cetera. And that's why he wanted to make himself useful, because he was trying to make himself useful to his father, and it never worked out. And now it's, I want to make myself useful to the dude that took him out. And it's like an inverse parallel to kind of how Otis had these relationships with abusive parents, With Sanji and Yamato, they kind of rejected them in this way, where it's not like, how do I say this? They refuse to be their father or refuse to be like their father. Caribou was trying to be as much like his father as possible, and his father still rejected him. And now you're finding the salvation in a dark hero in Blackbeard. So I have more details to it.
So
Yeah.
much, though. I love that so much because it not even it doesn't make sense with a lifelong Blackbeard statement, but like he was even willing to join the fake Straw Hat crew with Caribou, like with his brother. Like it's just like I'm willing to join anybody as long as I can like usurp my father or like I don't want to cuss. F my father. Like I'm not trying to be on that Wang Chi stuff. Like I'm just trying to join someone famous. Like he didn't even know that the fake Straw Hat was fake Straw Hat, but like he's just trying to join someone famous and get more famous than his dad, or like kind of one up his dad, or something along those lines.
Yeah, I've always liked it just for that reason, and then like in general, like he can play a major pivotal role in the end game. The theory extends to like a chapter specifically. I don't remember exactly which chapter it is, but it shows both Bartolomeo and Caribou, and it's like in that chapter that Shanks ends up taking out Bartolomeo, and then Yasop snipes the ship. That's the same chapter that Caribou makes it to Pirate Island, and it's like the reversal of fanboyism, right, or fanboyhood or whatever. It's like, yo, I'm a fanboy for Blackbeard, I'm a fanboy for Luffy, and they're in the parallel moments in time where they're getting clipped by this guy who's essentially Luffy's surrogate father or adoptive father in Shanks, and then this guy's getting recruited by the guy who took out his father. And it's just, the theory went a couple places. I have a little bit more to add to it. I'm still kind of working on it, but that's kind of where I was with that, Larry. I haven't expressed that to you much yet. I don't know if you like it or not, but I think
I like it.
I think the world has said like Caribou is Wang Shi's father. I think there's a narrative to it that I think ties it into even better, and I've been trying to work on that too. So
I like that idea. I like him going to Blackbeard because Wang Shi was with Blackbeard's father, and it all kind of ties in. Like, you're not your dad, I'm not my dad, but we can be better than both of them. Yeah. And this is this, and even if they fail, it's just about the journey. Like I'm trying to get over my trauma, you're trying to get over your trauma, and we're just working through that together.
And I like that you brought the rocks part, because it would also be, if Caribou's entire journey or entire goal in life was to be ruling Pirate Island, and he knew he could never stand there with his dad. It's funny that Rocks, the original ruler of Pirate Island, and then Wang Shi, the next ruler of Pirate Island, now their sons are teaming up. And it's like Blackbeard took out Wang Shi, who was the ruler, and now I can link with him and rule Pirate Island with Blackbeard. At least that's what Caribou will be trying to do. Whether Blackbeard snakes him out, whether Caribou snakes Blackbeard out in turn, that's all still very possible. Like, they're all grimy pirates at the end of the day. But I just like that process, like that each step of the way. I think we have a narrative connection between them.
And he's got avenues to do that with his information on Poseidon, his information on Futon. Like, he's bringing that information to Blackbeard, and Blackbeard's got all these cards. Even if, like, I kind of agree with Larry on the terms of Blackbeard ain't that strong, but he's got all these cards in his deck. Like, even if he ain't really about that, like, he's got players. He's got these cards. Like, when you stack up the decks, my main character ain't as strong as your main character, but my deck is 10 times stronger than your deck. Like,
yeah. Larry?
I guess I kind of agree with both of you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is the man that knows that Poseidon exists, and he tried to kidnap her. And then we have Pluton, that he overheard exists in Wano. And he wanted to link up with Blackbeard because, honestly, he's a fan. But he probably knows from his father, Wang Shi, through theory, is his father, is most likely the guy that was under Blackbeard's dad, who happens to be the greatest pirate besides Roger. Listen, man, I'm very interested in seeing where the story goes for Caribou because I feel like he has the opposite, like you said, of this guy.
Bartolomeo.
Bartolomeo.
I think they
Yes,
fight.
he
I
is
think that's his matchup. I think them two fight at the end of this thing.
Yeah, it's his matchup, and I think that they both go in different directions. Where we think that Bartolomeo happens to be done in the same way Kid has been done in by the Shanks pirates, red hair pirates, or this guy is living freely and he's about to give Blackbeard the biggest come up ever. So we'll see. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, man.
Alright, so you both agree Barto ain't done. He ain't done.
Nah, he'd be back.
I don't think he's done. I don't think he's done the way Kid is done. That's the difference. I think Kid is done because Kid had all this expectation. He was the highlight of a couple arcs, and now he's out of here.
You gotta think about why Oda introduced the worst generation in the first place. It was on a whim. It was Savity. We needed more stuff. The Kid was this cool character, but we've done all we can with Kid. The fan base don't like him. We don't really care. He got blown up. Let's move on. We need some more stuff. We need some Arouge action. We need some other worst generation action. Everybody's over Kid. We all like Law more anyway.
Yeah.
All right, Joshua, man, I appreciate you sticking around. I know you jumped in from the stream back into here. I know you were sitting in the call waiting for a while there, so thank you.
Absolutely. Shout out to Giant Dad. We were the only ones talking in that call waiting room. It's just spitball and stuff. So.
Okay. All right. Awesome.
Thank you for joining, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Next up, I guess we'll go to Giant Dad. We know he's active. Giant D-Ad or Giant Dad, what's going on? Yo. Hello?
Yep, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah.
What's up?
Okay, sweet. Do I sound okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you sound good. Paul.
Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure. Yeah, so I have just a quick little Mihawk question, but it's not going to be just power scaling or anything like that. It's more so just what do you think is going to happen to him in the story? So we're all kind of assuming that him and Zoro are going to fight at some point near the end of One Piece. But before that happens, I really want to see Mihawk go all out on someone, just so that way we can see where he actually stands. Because I fully agree that Shanks would beat him in a one-on-one and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get too deep into that, but I mostly just want to know, my question is, who do you guys want to see or need to see Mihawk fight before the end of the story, before Zoro? For me personally, I don't really know how this would go about. Maybe the Cross Guild and the Gorosei would fight at some point, but I would really like to see Mihawk versus Venus Duro, because out of all the swordsmen we've seen so far, I feel like Venus Duro is probably the only one that Mihawk could go one-on-one with, and they could both just go all out with their abilities. And I think that'd be really cool to see. I don't know why they would fight, but if I had to pick one swordsman, I think it'd be Venus Duro.
It makes sense. It's hard for Mihawk to exist outside of Zoro. It's hard because he's been written in a way where his whole existence depends on Zoro. If Zoro's not in the story, then Mihawk doesn't exist. And I think that's kind of what holds Mihawk back, is because he doesn't have any other ambitions or goals to obtain. And everybody else's goal happens to surpass him because it's more of a perilous path, as he stated. So it's like this is one of the most interesting people on the show, yet I can't be interested in him. And I don't know if that's like a me issue or if that's like a One Piece issue, but I wonder if people feel the same way I do. And
Yeah, I do too. Like, I'm not a huge Mihawk fan. I like seeing him because I know that he should be strong, but it's like we don't ever see him move because he's just waiting for Zoro.
Okay.
yeah,
I,
I,
I
th- I think I think the biggest problem is it's like when we look at a character, we think to ourselves, what is it about them that makes us interested? And for Mihawk, it's not really about him. It's about Zoro, and then it's about how black blades are created. And it's about Shanks. If you were to take away those three things, would you really be interested in Mihawk as a character? And I don't think everybody would. I think everybody would think to themselves, yes, this is the world's strongest swordsman. But if you take that away, is Mihawk really that interesting? And I think that's the problem I'm running into now, besides like the One Piece community hyping him up beyond
Yeah.
rationality. And I just want to see him do better. I want to see him do something. I want to be excited when Mihawk decides to move. And
Right.
even then, it's not even about him deciding to move. It's Buggy deciding to move. And that's the main issue. I can't if you're so rival to somebody and you're considered somebody like Shanks is the end all be all for me, then I don't know what goes beyond you. I think it's pretty much done for his Mihawk in that regards. I look at him as like a really good rapper who had a really good song, and we're just waiting for that song to be overcome at this point.
Okay. So for me, with what it would take, because I think the question is really like, what can Mihawk do to build the hype back into his character for us to be like, oh man, that, like what feat, what moment, what thing can he have happen for him that makes us propel him back into the, oh, he's really a rival of Shanks kind of light. I heard some names. You said Venus Juro. Obviously, people are always going to compare him to Shanks. To me, I have a mini theory that, I mean, I always theorize with the narrative. The way that Cross Guild is heading down, they're heading towards a battle with the Marines as a whole. And to me, the Marine that should feel the most responsible for what Cross Guild is doing is actually Fujitora, because Fujitora is the one that ended the Chichibukai system in general. So he might feel some responsibility for Cross Guild putting the bounties on Marines and heads and things. So to me, I had a theory that I was going to put out a while ago called the Cross Guild Task Force, where I was actually going to use it as a DDT template, but basically every single major member of Cross Guild or major person in Cross Guild would get a specific team dedicated to defeating them. And the team that I had for Mihawk was Fujitora and S-Hawk. And that would be the way that Mihawk could showcase how strong he is, by defeating his clone / Lunarian child or whatever, and an admiral at the same time. And I don't know if that would be enough to push him back into the Shanks conversation for people, but it would be something that I think would be a good look for him. Beating the strongest admiral with a sword and defeating S-Hawk at the same time would get the Mihawk hype back, in my opinion. And I don't think it's too much where he's like, oh, I beat Shanks, or I'm fighting a Gorosei member, or something like that. So maybe I'm downplaying Fujitora too much, but it could also showcase what S-Hawk can do, what Mihawk looks like versus an S-Hawk kind of a thing. It could be interesting in that way. Maybe we add more people to that, but I think that would be if Cross Guild was to go head up with the Marines, I think that would be the matchup that I think I would look forward to the most, especially because part of the reason why Fujitora had said what he said was that the Seraphim, he deemed them ready. So why not take a Seraphim to go handle the Mihawk work? So that's what I think he could do. That's what I think ends up happening, Because I think Oda knows that he needs to put Mihawk back in that spotlight, back in that light. He can't just have him fight Zoro and that's it. There needs to be something else that he does to build hype back into the character. So that's what I think happens, and I think that works, like I said, narratively within the story. So what do you think about that one, man? Like the Mihawk versus S-Hawk plus Fujitora.
I think like Mihawk versus S-Hawk would be kind of like, I don't know if it'd be that interesting just with S-Hawk in particular, because we've already seen Zoro versus S-Hawk.
Okay.
And Zoro was like handling that completely fine because he was used to King already. And like, I don't know. At least with Fujitora, you could get some like, I haven't seen any of the One Piece movies, but I think there is like a One Piece movie where like Zoro tries to slice up like a meteor and then like Mihawk pulls up and just like does it way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you could definitely get that kind of moment in the manga. I don't think S-Hawk would do much. Fujitora would do like a little bit more to like bring Mihawk a little bit more into the spotlight.
Okay.
But like I really do think that you would have to have like a crazy fight for Mihawk. It would have to be like Venus Juro or someone.
I
don't think there's any other swordsman who like competes as hard as Venus Juro probably does.
I just don't know how we get there naturally. I think is my issue. I would love to see it. I just don't know how we get there naturally. With the Fujitora one, I think we get there more naturally. And then with the S-Hawk, I agree that as he is now, I don't think that he should pose too much of a threat to Mihawk. But if he is to grow, right? Because that was the other piece of the Seraphim. Like, they're always constantly growing and getting stronger. I think in conjunction with an Admiral, and if S-Hawk has grown to like a teenager level, like maybe that version of him looks stronger. Maybe he grows to an adult level even. I don't know how quickly we can age them, but that would be something I would think maybe could push Mihawk for real, or even potentially get him out of there. But I don't think we do that. So
yeah, I definitely need something to make Mihawk interesting to me right now, because like it's nice seeing him. Like every time I see him, I'm like, yep, it's Mihawk. But that's pretty much it though, because like Oda just kind of refuses to actually show him fighting anybody because he has no reason to fight. That's like how nonchalant he is. And it's just like a frustrating thing. It's like you have no reason to fight because you're already like number one in your own like respective field. But because you're number one already, we don't get to see you do anything and like prove that to us in the current age. And like, I really don't want to see Shanks versus Mihawk. I don't care. I want to see something different and more interesting than that, because I feel like we're already waiting on like potentially like Luffy versus Shanks or something like that, which I don't even think that's going to happen either. But yeah, I just don't want to see Mihawk versus Shanks, I guess.
I think the issue for me is like, bro, you're the number one swordsman, but you're not searching out people who have blades that have supreme grades.
Yeah.
I'm tired of hearing all the time that you're just not satisfied with competition. There's competition. You've admitted that there's perilous paths out there that are way worse than yours. And yet you decide to stay on an island and not compete with those people. Yeah. So when you show up and you see Whitebeard and you decide to throw a slash at him that you think would be an issue, just to test how the difference is between the both of you, you have no idea, because then it gets thrown out by Jozu. And I think that's my issue. You can't just sit back and think that you rule the world, yet the world has surpassed where your level of strength is. And I'm so tired of it, bro. There's so many people he has not versed. St. Ethan, Big Mom, Whitebeard, Shanks he's never beat. Kaido's still up there even though he doesn't have a sword. Then we have Fujitora. Then we have every other sword user like Beasta, who's never met him, by the way. And he met him and didn't even push him to the side. There's so much that Mihawk lacks. And it's straight up importance. If you're really that important, show us. Because Shanks, on the other hand, had no problem showing us that he was capable of taking out somebody like Kid with one strike. Meanwhile, you're struggling because you went 3 for 11 from the field when you attacked Luffy at Marineford and told him, if fate decides he ends here, then let him end. And I think that's the issue. It's always been the issue. He doesn't have any excuse. Do better. If you're really of that stature, do better. There will never be a time where he's not going to be of that stature. So do better. Do better.
Like the lack of ambition from him, just like, it kind of sucks. Because, like, if you're strong enough to be considered the number one swordsman in the world of One Piece, you should also have, like, the ambition and the ability to take on heavy hitters who aren't necessarily swordsmen, like Kaido and everything. Not necessarily saying he should have defeated Kaido for some reason, but, like, you should seek it out.
Listen, bro, you can't sit back and just be like, yo, I'm the strongest of all time, but I ain't actually seeking out the strongest people. That just sounds like, yo, you just chilling. You ain't really about that action. It's like when you're trying to fight somebody and you know that somebody's gonna hold both of you back, so you just talk mad ish.
Right.
Okay. Like, okay, bro. Like, you can hurt them. Okay. I believe you.
Hey, man. Giant Dad. Appreciate the call, man.
Yeah, man. I've been thinking about that question for a little bit, and kind of sucks. I was like, I don't want my first question to be a Mihawk question, but I'd just been thinking about it for a while. I was like, what is he gonna do to actually like be interesting? So yeah, appreciate you guys taking the call.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Yeah, man. Have a good night.
You guys have a good. Yeah.
All right. Next, I can't read the name. It just says B.
Brimer.
Huh?
Brimer.
Hello?
Brimer, how's it going, man?
Yeah, I'm good. How are y'all?
Good, man. Sorry. I feel like you've been in here like all day, man. We got you waiting. Our apologies, bro.
Yeah. So I had a question about Big Mom.
Okay.
I was just rewatching like Whole Cake Island, and then I saw Luffy mentioning that after he would fight Kaido, he would go and defeat Big Mom. Do y'all still think he will fight Big Mom or not?
I don't, but that's me. I just don't want to see Big Mom anymore, personally.
Yeah, I don't think she will be in the story anymore. It's unfortunate.
Also,
I would have liked to have a definite answer about Kaido and Big Mom, but I think they're pretty much done. Even if they come back, there's going to be some type of handicap that comes with them. And I think that makes them look worse overall. So I hope they don't come back. It would really ruin their character.
There was
because I also.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, because I also feel like they didn't really, especially Big Mom, she didn't really show all of her capabilities. Like her devil fruit is so hexed, and her haki, she didn't use almost none of it against Law and Kid. So yeah, I thought like maybe she would come back, because that's very weird for an emperor as strong as I think she's very close to Kaido. So yeah, I don't know why she didn't use all of her haki in the life or death fight.
It's kind of like, have you seen Avengers Endgame?
Oh yeah, with Thanos and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, Thanos, he was on that planet. He had the gauntlet with the Infinity Stones. He used the Infinity Stones to get rid of the Infinity Stones. And then you just saw him. And he had like a tortured right side, or was it left side? It was one of the two. And he just wasn't capable of what he was before. You could tell. He was just weakened. He was damaged. He was struggling. And I think that if you were to bring Big Mom and Kaido back, it would give that same type of feeling. And I kind of don't want that feeling. I think when we saw them, they were at a point where they just seemed unstoppable. And that's how I felt when we watched Infinity War about Thanos. So I don't want to see injured Big Mom trying to make a rise. I don't want to see Kaido making a rise when he's injured because of lava. It's just what it is. Like I think if you're gonna bring them back, it's worthless unless they're prime.
What's their role?
It's over.
I think is really my thing. What would they be? Like, are they just going to be people for their crews to fight in the end game in the war? Like, is that what that becomes? I don't know that anybody in the Beast Pirates would be trying to fight Kaido. Maybe for the Scabbards to fight, you know, like Yamato and the Scabbards will team up to fight a weakened Kaido in the end game, like in the war. Same, I guess, for Big Mom and her kids. Like, I don't know, man. I just don't know what they do. What do they add to the story outside of secondary, weakened versions of themselves? I just don't know if I want that. But it's not really about what we want, I guess, right? But what story are we getting from that? You know, I don't know.
Yeah, like I think Kaido's crew is already done for it because like Page One and Ulti are already following Yamato, and we saw Woo's Woo, like she was like there's no connection with them, so I think their crew is already done. But like Big Mom's crew is still there, so I don't know what will happen to their crew. But yeah.
Well, Big Mom's always been an active detriment to the crew on some level, just because of their fear and worry about whether she would take them out. So I could see that plot line with them, like them having to confront her and deal with her. I don't know if I would care, to be honest, but I'm, you know, same with Kaido, kind of, honestly. Like, I don't know that I would care about the Scabbards and Yamato getting their rematch with him. I don't know that I would care about that either. So, but maybe. They are, like, too strong to be left completely unknown, right? So.
I just don't feel like the lava could kill them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would feel like that's a bad ending for Big Mom, for her just to be done like that. And she said herself, like, do y'all think this will kill me? So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little too much Akainu gas for me. And, like, I love Akainu, but, like, chill out.
Sure, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was pretty much my question.
No, it's all good, man. I like that question. It's got me thinking. Thanks again for your patience, man. I know we had you sitting in there for a while.
Thank you,
I don't know that you had
There's no problem.
permissions. Did you have the perms to try to win the lottery in there or not? That was my one question, because I put a lottery.
No, I just been waiting in there.
Oh, okay. Because I put a lottery in the chat of that chat. I don't know if you saw it or not, but
no, I didn't see it. No.
okay. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to talk to the mods about fixing that so they could get perms once they're in. But okay. But thank you again for your patience.
It's all love. I've been watching y'all for a long time. Y'all streams are very funny, bro. So yeah, keep it up.
No, thank you, bro.
Appreciate
Sebastian's
it.
the star. So
You the one on the big screen, bro. You see I'm in the little baby screen over here. You on the big boy screen over there. You know. But have a good night, Brimo.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for bringing me on.
Yeah.
Good night, bro.
Yeah, I won't lie though. Oh, you over here, Yano. Larry cooked, bro. His last call. Yo, I sent a picture of us at the con, and they were like, this chick was like, yo, how come you're the only one not wearing the gear or whatever? And I was like, cuz. And she was like, yo, you think you Cisco. You about to go solo or something. You're not bigger than the group.
Unleash the dragon.
Yo, she was making David Ruffin jokes, bro.
Yo, low key, Cisco is like moonwalking on chicks' butts, bro.
Bro.
Oh, by the way, I was texting Shonen Showdown.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, who has better hockey, Lucci or Law? And he was like, on screen, Lucci right now. Law kind of just started getting into his hockey bag against Blackbeard. And he learned watching Big Mom, really. Lucci was boxing with Egghead, Luffy, and Zoro.
Boxing.
Shout out to my boy.
Shout out to Shonen, man.
Shout out to my boy Shonen Showdown, bro.
I was trying to get him on next week's stream for the Sabo fight. He said it's his dad's birthday, man. He can't do it. He gonna be mad, man. But
and then I posted, I said, Lucci versus Law, who has the better hockey? And out of 394 people, they said, I don't know if you guys can see it.
Looks like Lucci winning.
It
It's
said
close though.
Lucci,
But you see how it's close? See how
54%.
you see how it's close? 54 ain't a wipe. I just don't like the notion that it's not even close, man. Shout out to Shonen Showdown, man. If y'all ain't following, follow. But yeah, last call of the day, Larry. You ready? Ravenstorm. How's it going, man? I know you was patiently waiting in there for us.
What's up, y'all? How you been?
Chilling, man. Chilling. This was fun.
This was great. I came in about like an hour after y'all started just because I was coming out of work. And I didn't really want to do anything other than Blaze because y'all the best. Y'all create such a great community. And I couldn't be more grateful for people that, you know, keep me busy while I'm cutting meat, butchering at the grocery store.
It's cutting meat. All right.
Yeah, I cut the meats.
Okay.
I got the meat.
Meat to meat. What's up, man? What's your question or theory?
I think if I had one Piece thing to really say, it's Mihawk's a fraud. He is. I feel it. I feel that Oda's gonna write him and just do him dirty for no reason.
Man, I can't agree with the Mihawk's a fraud stuff. I can't. I feel like y'all go too far on that end of the spectrum, and the Mihawk is top one go too far on the other end of the spectrum. He's very much
that's also really true.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the middle, and probably closer to not being a fraud. And when I say middle, so probably closer to this way. You know what I mean?
If you were on a plane and you had to sit next to one of the Straw Hats, who you sit next to?
Oh man, probably Robin. She seems like a quality. One, she fine. Two, she just gonna be reading a book or something, chilling. I was gonna get perverted. I ain't gonna get too perverted, but them extra hands might be coming in. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Extra hands always helpful.
I'm picking Chopper.
You taking Chopper?
Introduce him to Cocomelon.
Oh man, Cocomelon, bro. Why?
Dude, I think he'll love it. He'll absolutely love it. Larry, who you sitting next to?
I don't know if Larry's still here.
Probably Frankie.
Okay, he big for a plane, bro. You're not gonna have no space.
Yeah,
he would be the plane. What?
But my phone's gonna be charged, and I'm gonna have Wi-Fi.
That's true.
Okay, yeah.
That's true.
That's fair.
That's valid.
Powered by Coke. Powered by some Coke.
Yeah, you're gonna have a Coca-Cola for you too, some refreshments. You know. Definitely not sitting next to Sanji, bro. He smoked too much. He gonna stink.
He's smoking on the plane. He stinks.
He gonna find a way to smoke
on the plane.
I'm
not sitting next to Luffy because he stinks. I'm not sitting next to Zoro.
Yeah, he stink. Jinbei stink too, man.
Jinbei smell like spit. Oh,
yeah,
no.
Bro.
No.
Sanji smell like Jinbei, but with cigarettes.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. He do.
That's racist.
Listen, bro. I'm definitely sitting next to Robin, bro. I'm not sitting next to Brooke. That creeped me out.
A lot of racism happening right now.
It's not racism, man. It's real facts, bro. You trying to sit next to Jinbei, bro?
Jinbei in my top 5.
He too big and he stink.
Yeah, I ain't sitting next to him, but he in my top 5. He a good guy.
That's cool. I ain't mad at that.
All right, that's all I really had to say.
Okay. Raven, thank you for your patience, man. I know you were last caller of the day. I know you jumped in. You said midway through. I saw you had donated earlier, so we appreciate you. Did you join one of the tier memberships?
I did.
Thank you, man. Yeah, man. Pull up to any one of these, as well as the DDTs that we're gonna be doing on Wednesdays. Well, every other Wednesday. These will be pretty consistent. The DDTs will be. I travel a lot for work around the middle of the week, so that'll be a once every other week or so kind of.
Yeah, I get you. I'll be working. We all be working.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But yeah, man, have a good night. Truly.
Thank you. You too.
All right. All right, Larry, man, that's all the calls for the day, bro. I hope you had fun. I know you was getting a little saucy, you know.
Yeah, I was getting a little saucy. I'm not.
Damn
gonna
it,
lie.
your Elgato got no signal now. See, you wildin', bro. You wildin'. Are you back? You back?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right.
Listen, man. Thank you to Sophia.
Yes.
For being in the chat and handling things. Love you, girl.
So Twilight in there too earlier. To appreciate you for holding it down.
Shout out to y'all. Y'all doing y'all thing.
Yeah, let me read these super chats and we'll close out, man.
Shout out to Seb, bro. Seb was out here. Seb really the cap, bro.
Stop it, bro. Stop.
Seb was out here, bro. Seb was handling everything we needed to handle. Seb gave us a good Friday night. Shout out to Seb, bro. W's in the chat for Seb. W's in a shot for Sheb.
Yeah.
Chevy Chuan. Where the community at for the Chevy Chuans?
And please like the stream if you haven't already. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. I know I don't want to say that too much, but it do help. So hit that like button if you can.
Yeah, we're not throwing this in the member section.
Yeah. Yeah, this won't be in the member section. I know there was some confusion earlier, but these will be available to everybody to just watch. And thank y'all for not spoiling in the chat. So appreciate y'all.
Yeah, thank you. I can't wait for Sunday's chapter. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Another two from Jada Rude. It says Larry say he got a big box. I don't remember.
Did I say that?
I don't remember.
I'm bargaining.
We got another.
I said that, bro. I don't got a big box, bro. It's pretty tight, bro.
We got another Nakama join the ship in the Will of J. So welcome, enjoy all the emojis that come with being a Nakama on YouTube. Another 1 month at Warlord status from Joshua. It says, bring me in, Seb. I got stuff I want to bring up. LOL. Shout out to Giant Dad in Discord. We the only ones talking. Yeah, man. We saw you in there. Sorry again, Joshua. But we got you in here. Another two from Joshua. From Jada Rude. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Larry. Yo, you was getting sauce, bro. I used to love that song, bro. Another 5 from from the Will of J. If the Straw Hats did not get the 2-year time skip, how far would they have gone in the New World? Hashtag Sanji best Straw Hat.
It would have stopped at Sabaody.
But assuming they just go, right? Assuming they just go.
They would have got stopped.
I think they make it into the New World, but they're not getting too far, bro. They're gonna run into one of these Yonko and Luffy gonna act reckless, bro. And they're gonna get packed, and it's not gonna be no plot. Not gonna be no Rayleigh for them. Ain't none of that. They probably lose to Caesar. I'm not gonna say Hoodie because all the other supernovas still made it in, through, and out. So Hoodie wasn't moving too crazy back then. But they would have got packed by Caesar.
Low key, they would have got packed by Horty, bro.
The thing is, Kid and them didn't get packed. All the other supernovas were able to get into Fishman Island and out. So Hoodie wasn't moving too mad during that time.
He would have got packed.
All right. Well, no drugs? Who knows if they even found the drugs yet?
Nah, they would have got the drugs.
Why? They recently found the drugs, Larry. That's what I'm saying. If there's no drugs.
Hard stop, Fishman Island.
You're giving Hoodie the drugs. He don't got no drugs, bro. He got no steroids. All right.
That's where I'm at.
Okay. We got another 10 from Off-Brand. We have to accept that Mihawk is not portrayed to be looking for fights. He knows he's strong. Characters speak of his strength. This guy is carefree. Dude is him. I'm excited for the day it's portrayed. I agree for the most part. I ain't gonna lie, I do. I know you might not, but we all just waiting, bro. We all just waiting. Another 5 from Jada Rude. We F with both of y'all, man, with the heart emoji. Thank you, man. Listen, Larry the GOAT, bro. He made this possible. Larry built the template for me. He showed me how to do Streamlabs stuff, man. And he pushed me. He's always negative about what I'd be willing to do. He pushed me to put in the man hours, put in the money, put in the time, effort into doing these things. So here we are, bro. We did it.
Listen, man. Don't listen to Seb and any of his BS.
It's
right?
true.
The man is super talented. He's just freaking lazy. He thinks everything should just be done as is. If you make a freaking lobster, he goes, yo, it's a lobster. No, you got to add the butter. You got to add some Old Bay. You got to throw some broccoli around the sides. Yo, what are we doing? You got to make an actual dinner for the person that's going to have him and his date. And you don't, listen, man. Seb is special, man. He's talented. He just don't know how to direct that. That's why I'm here.
And then our last super chat of the day, it seems, is from Off-Brand. It says, Larry looking cute. He got me secondhand drunk.
Yeah, I'm pretty lit. I'm not going to lie.
All right.
I'll be working hard, bro.
You do, bro. You do. It's my bad for having you on for like a 4.5 hour stream like this, man. My fault, man. 4 hour stream. Man.
All right.
No, you.
I already finished long-term vid. I just
Okay.
got to finish a short-term vid before I go to sleep.
Okay. You sure you're going to be able to do that? You yawning already, man. You yawning, dog. You yawning. Oh, we got another 6 months of knock-on status from Larry Lover. It says Munchkin Larry. Thank you, Larry Lover.
They do, I don't know how they do it. They do like the little heart thing.
I don't know what you're trying to do.
I'm throwing up gang signs.
Yeah, I was about to say, you kind of wilding. You might be wilding. But yeah, let's close out there, man. I hope you have fun. I know I had fun, bro. Looking forward to doing more of these.
I've got to go be a bot. Let's go, bro.
I kind of do. I ain't gonna lie.
Thank you, everybody, for joining. Appreciate you. Love ya. Long stream, 4 hours. Let's go.